La 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 la, fuck you. Just three dudes chilling in a room. Just three dudes chilling in a room. The brown bag boys, the brown bag boys. Just three dudes chilling in a room. Just three dudes chilling in a room. Just three dudes chilling in a room. The brown bag boys, the brown bag boys. Just three dudes chilling in a room.
This demon energy. I can't believe you're a kind of a rave dude, Funk. Raves are full of demon energy.
I don't like that. That's techno, bro.
Techno also.
Techno's worse.
It's all fucking devil shit.
No, what I'm saying is techno is the shit that's demon shit.
Yeah. It looks like some demon shit, bro. This looks just like a rave, though. This motherfucker got on neon, covered in dirt. People with, like, colorful sunglasses.
Well, I mean, that's, yeah. But I'm saying the music will make you be a certain way. And that that was techno, the music that was just playing.
I think anyone with colorful sunglasses is dirty as well. Just in general, I think if they're of a fluorescent color, you're probably dirty.
Like 2012 Kanye West.
Yeah. Like Kanye probably didn't shower, but
He was
12
clean, bro. What do you mean?
Yeah, he's clean as fuck.
Kanye's so
He just
clean.
recently started probably not cleaning for fashion
did
purposes.
he get married or something again? Or some shit?
Yeah,
Rival and Kanye?
to Julia Kardashian.
Really?
Yeah.
Like,
Coolio.
is that a thing?
To Coolio's granddaughter, Coolio Fartasian.
Is that a person?
Dude, I have no idea who the fuck Kanye married.
Like, are you telling the truth is the question?
No.
Because I don't know.
No, I'm lying.
Like, is there a Julia Kardashian?
No.
Jesus.
I mixed Julia Fox and Kim Kardashian.
Damn. I'd watch that movie.
I wonder if Kim Kardashian can act. You think she's too dumb? Or too, like, what do you call it? Like, blank?
Yeah, I think she's too wrapped up into her own being an actor.
I think
She's like an empty canvas with a fat ass. That's what she looks like.
I think she's way smarter than people think she is.
I think
and
she probably-
she could act pretty well.
You think so?
I think she's
Yeah.
too caught up in her own, like, act.
I think
You know?
that she would have, like, a limitation. Like, she couldn't be a character actor, but she could be, like, she could play herself really well. Or, like, some variation
Well, I think that's
of
what
herself.
she's doing, honestly.
Huh?
She's, like, playing herself.
Oh, yeah, no. She's, like,
kinda what she
definitely
has to do.
acting on some, like, degree when she's on camera. And she's probably super comfortable with cameras and shit. But, I mean, like, do you think that Kim Kardashian could convince you to be, like, fucking, like, a mob boss wife? Or, like, fucking, like, Harley Quinn or something? Like, probably
I
not.
think
I
that-
don't see that.
Not
She could
definitely
do that
not
for him?
Harley Quinn, but like a mob boss wife. Yeah, I kind of do
Probably.
see that.
I'd move some weight for
yeah.
Kim K.
But she'd be like a simple-minded, like dumb one that has no idea what's going on. She wouldn't be like a
Well, then she's not actually putting me on.
Get out of the business. You're scaring the kids. You know, she
Yeah,
wouldn't do
well, I
anything
mean,
like that.
I don't think she would commit to any type of accents
Yeah.
or like that kind of thing. No, if that's what you're asking of
Yeah,
her.
like character actor, like really step out of herself.
Can Kim Kardashian act? What a question.
We should fucking get her on the pod. I bet she'll hit us back.
Yeah, she'll for
Probably.
sure answer. 100%.
Why not?
I'm sure Kim Kardashian is just foaming at the mouth to get in this basement.
Yeah, dude. She's like the brown bag boys.
Talk with three dudes in a room. But probably not. Are you still looking up Julia Fox? What's going on? over
I'm
there?
looking up Kanye West's marriage.
Oh, dude, because did
Bianca-
you get married?
It
That's true.
says January 13th from the Daily Mail, but you know, all news is fake technically. So Kanye West is married to Bianca Sensori months after Kim Kardashian. Now let's
Is
look up
she a
this bitch.
supermodel as well, or
Oh, she
something?
gotta be.
Like, is
She's
she
got a
also? She's got to be a fashion bitch.
Yeah.
She's got to be
Bianca
rich.
Sensori.
She's got to be like somewhat, like a light brown.
She's definitely of the same look.
Oh yeah, big titted white bra, fake lips.
Yeah,
with
BBL.
brown hair.
Light
BBL,
skin.
big titted white
Questionable
bra.
between are they, Latino with a spray tan or actually light skinned?
Yeah, she's like an Italian.
Can I say that?
What?
You can say whatever you want.
Yeah, what'd you say? Let me run it by the filter real quick. The PC filter.
A Latino with a spray tan is just a light skin.
Close. They can probably say the N word. So
You think so? You think Kim K can say the N-word?
No,
No,
not with
she's
her
Armenian.
voice. If she's Lebanese.
Armenian?
If
Oh,
she had a
Lebanese.
like a better voice,
she didn't sound like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's the tone is what
think
sets
it's-
your...
Yeah, like if you're Woah Vicky, you can say it.
Really?
Yeah, because of her tone, like not her
Oh.
skin tone, her like inflection, like the way she talks.
Yeah.
She talks like she's from Memphis. I'm trying to do an impression, but it won't sound right.
Yeah.
It would
I
sound
don't
like-
even know who you're talking
You'll be
about.
code
so it's
switching
whatever.
too?
You don't know who Woah Vicky is.
You know who Woah Vicky is.
She like popped off at like the same time as that Lil Tay girl. That was like that like 8-year-old Asian girl
Yeah.
that was like.
She made like 50 M's.
I mean,
pretending to be
I know about
OnlyFans.
Lil Tay. I don't know about Woah Vicky.
Very similar. Lil Tay.
Yeah. Same
or-
department. They fucked with each other.
To be honest, I thought Lil Tay was Lil TJ.
Oh, the rapper?
Similar, yeah.
Isn't he in jail?
Similar
too?
vibe.
I think he is.
I think he is in jail.
I think he killed the homie.
Yeah.
he killed the. He
Oh,
killed
I
the
think that
homie.
is that dude. That, yeah, he killed the homie and then rapped about it. That like someone
Yeah.
else killed the homie and it was actually him.
Yeah. It was also
Tough.
who else did that? Dude.
YNW,
Yeah.
remember?
Remember
Oh, yeah.
I saw him bleeding on the ground.
Murder on My Mind?
Yeah.
Literally,
I
like
shot him in the face.
made Murder on My Mind part 1, 2, 3, 4.
I watched the live leave his eyes and his family cried.
That's tough,
So
bro.
Jesus, YNW Melly.
God, you...
Him and Kanye have a good song together.
Dude,
they
he's good.
actually?
He's a good, talented guy.
Wow. I didn't know he had a song with Kanye.
But he did.
It was during Kanye's like Lil Pump era.
Oh, true. He did have that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
the-
Remember when they were on fucking
What was that?
SNL together?
What was that
Yeah.
song with the big
I
jackets?
Love It.
Fucking, oh, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kanye had a-
you're such a fucking hoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
freaky, freaky girl. I love it.
Dude, Kanye's verse in that's actually kind of sick because he's just like shit talking. And it's like talking about fucking bitches.
Kanye West is always on some G shit when he's not, on his Hitler shit.
Yeah.
That's either Yitler or
Yeah,
other
Yitler. When
one.
he's not on his Yitler vibe,
Yeah.
like he's on it. When he's on his Yeezus arc, like
yeah.
he's kind of
There's
cool.
Yeezus and there's Yitler. You gotta
Yeah,
you gotta
dude.
know the difference who you're working with.
Two very important historical figures.
Yeah. They
He's
need to start
taught between
asking
them.
that
Yeah.
at the beginning of the interview. Like, now are we dealing with Yitler here or Yeezus?
Dude, that's his
Before we
bipolar.
get started.
Yeah.
His manic is Yeezus and his depressed is Yitler.
You think?
Or it might be the
100%.
opposite.
I think it's the opposite.
Yeah, dude.
His
let's keep him
manic
depressed.
is Yeezus.
No shot. His manic, there's no way. His manic has, well, I don't know. You listen to Yeezus, the album, it sounds kind of manic, but like Yadoff is extra manic.
Yadolf? Nice.
Yadoff need to drop an album right now. Dude.
Dude.
That's what he really
Yeah,
needs
dude.
to do.
If Yeezus made Donda, who's gonna? What's Yitler?
What's
Yadolf
Yitler
coming out with?
dropping? Yeah.
Yadolf
don't know.
Yitler.
That's fucked, man.
Adolf Hitler. What's that boy dropping? What's his track list look like?
Dude, I'm excited to
Schindler's
see.
List.
Yeah, that's his next album.
Oh no. We're
That was
all
another
just-
one, dude. I made a
Oh.
great Schindler's List joke at dinner the other night that didn't land because Kaylin didn't know that movie.
Oh yeah.
Which is funny because like she
She's
makes
never seen it?
references to so many other movies,
Not that one.
but like not the one that like
She hates
was
Jews?
joke worthy. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
so she
they
just,
they get saved in that one.
It's like I hate Holocaust movies.
Don't like
Too
it.
many Jews.
Nah.
Yeah. No, I know she watched it because we all watched it in history class, but like it was one of those where it's such a long movie that you watch it over the course of like 4 days in class.
Oh, and don't pay
True.
attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 50% of it.
Usually just like playing a game on your phone.
Yeah.
But I was really invested because I love Jewish people.
Yeah, at the time you were like
Yeah.
a Jew. What do you call it?
And I'm an
Israel
empath, so I felt their pain that they went through. I
Yeah,
understood it.
I can see that. Like when you watch something, like you're feeling what the people are in the real life Holocaust are feeling.
Yeah.
Is that a testament to how good the actors are?
Yeah. Well, that was actually Kim's debut. So like there's your answer.
Whose?
You know.
I don't.
Who's
The
Dave?
girl in the red jacket was Kim.
Girl in the red jacket.
Kim K.
Yeah.
And Schindler's List.
Yeah.
What?
Whoa.
Really?
No.
Dude, Kim K can act
Yeah.
as good as Holocaust movies?
Yeah.
Damn.
She could play Anne Frank.
You think so?
Yeah.
Damn, Kim
Kim K
K
is Anne
as the
Frank?
new Anne Frank.
Dude.
I like that. You should
Yeah.
email Netflix.
Damn, dude, that would sell.
And that would be like her first like legit acting gig too.
She would. I mean, it would make sense. And then Kanye could play the German guard that rips her out of the house.
Yeah, he could play the SS.
Yeah.
He
Oh
could
my
play
god,
the-
that's perfect.
Wow.
Get a good setup here. You
This is
think you can
cool.
get Kim K and Kanye on the same?
If it's gonna make him money,
If you got enough
That's
cheese,
true.
you
That's
can
a
do
lot
anything.
of cheddar, though. Those boys got a lot of cheddar.
we'll just hit up our
Gonna be
Jewish
writing
friends in the
checks.
media.
That's true.
Yeah, we'll
They
just-
will want to push the movie too,
Yeah.
even more.
They
just
want
contact
they
the
want
media.
to tell their
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, you just gotta contact the media.
Be like, are you really gonna say no to a Anne Frank movie with one of the biggest stars in the world? And they'll be like,
Yeah.
well, I can't say no to this. This
No.
is the best idea I've ever heard. And that's just his accent, whether he's Jewish or not.
No.
Kanye would definitely take that contract too. Like, you
Absolutely.
want me to be a Nazi guard? Okay. Like, I'll show you
He'd be so
how they
down.
can be good.
He'd be
I'll
like,
show
"Oh,
you
they
the
could have
good."
done this better."
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll start improving.
He's like, I'm not a fan of the Jewish director, but I'll do it to portray a Nazi.
I just want to show you the soft spot that Nazi guards could have had, you know?
Yeah, they
You
were
never know.
humans too.
They were
They were.
just a little indoctrinated.
Yeah, just a little brainwashed into like murderous and systematic murder. Whatever.
Hey, we'd all do it.
Sure. I mean, probably.
I can't call it. I didn't grow up in the 30s.
Yeah, dude,
Like,
shit was
you
different
never
back
know.
I mean, it was kind of either like you were or you weren't, right?
Yeah, you were either like with the boys or you were lame. And
Yeah.
like with the boys was like on some.
It's
genocide.
either you're with the boys or you're with Schindler. And
Yeah. Are you gang or are you like hoe? Like that was like what it was back then. If you were like,
And if you're hoe, you die.
yeah, and if you're hoe, like we take you,
Yeah.
and kill you.
Not before we you.
Did they do that?
Let's cut that.
let's you don't like the
We'll leave it
red
in. I'll make it. We'll do something with
one? We
it.
can just believe it.
You know.
They don't know what we're talking about right now.
We'll
still.
just pull a
They don't
Glassman
know
and
what we're
bleep
doing.
it with the word still in there.
now.
What would you name the Kim Kardashian Anne Frank movie?
That's such a good question.
What's the title?
Hideaway?
That's good because
like
it's
that,
like not
yeah.
calling attention to like either one. It's just kind of like
something like that.
vague, like
Or,
modern
like,
Hollywood
Fucking
title.
like Girl in the Attic. Or like some shit like,
Like
Girl in the Attic.
girl in the attic's ass didn't fit in the attic.
Damn, ass didn't fit in the attic.
Yeah.
Ass in the attic. Hold on.
Ooh,
Whoa, now we're talking. We're getting somewhere.
Now we're
Yeah, we are getting
sidetracking to
somewhere.
a porn though.
Whoa.
Now it might turn into.
Imagine a porn where it was just like a big BBL like hanging out of the ceiling and like a guy's like
What is
on
that?
a ladder.
What is that? Is that an ass up there?
Yeah, he just like climbs up on the 2 ring and he just
That's kind of like the milking videos. Is like,
yeah.
You can get.
dick. Whose
You can
dick
almost
is
get
this?
me
A
too
glory
off
hole.
that. I feel like.
Yeah,
You
it's
can't
like
just go up to an unknowing cooch or dick and just start throwing ass on
I
it.
don't know.
Or
I think if
hitting it?
somebody is like revealing themselves, like, and this is not like an analogy for rape or like what do you call it? Victim blaming.
Okay, it's not.
It is
It
not
is
that.
not. Okay,
But
all right.
if you stick your ass and pussy through a hole in the ceiling, I think that you are giving some level of consent to whoever is in the room to
Yeah.
interact with it.
well, yeah. I mean, if you go to a glory hole, are you like gonna be mad when someone starts sucking peen?
Exactly.
True,
So it's like
If you stick your dick through the hole, you stick your gooch to the hole. You know.
dude,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a degree in like the consent like conundrum of a glory hole because there's zero consent other than implied consent, which is like, is that consent?
Yeah.
Let's get a doctor in here.
It's a good question.
get
Do you think a
Dr. Phil.
doctor's who
I
who
have a
decides that?
doctorate.
Yes,
Doctors decide the consent thesis.
Yeah,
for
they would
glory
write the
holes?
thesis and then we would agree to it.
That's fair.
I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't be consent.
It's all implied, dude. Sometimes you need verbal confirmation. What if later they're like, I didn't even want to suck that dick.
Yeah, you
I
have
was
to like through
coerced.
the wall. Kind of like.
Well, that's
"Hey, can I
your.
fuck this pussy?
Imagine feeling forced.
So you just got your pussy out. Am I allowed to fuck it? You gotta say that first.
True. Okay. Well, that's reasonable.
I see this pussy here.
We need like
What can I do with that?
two-way screens and stalls like without cameras so that you can like write up a waiver and then the other person on the other side of the glory hole can sign it.
Can I fuck? Question mark.
And say,
And
will you
just
suck my dick? And then you
sign.
put your dick through and they're like, yes or no. as opposed to just putting your dick through.
I think it's more so just like if there's a wall as a divider.
Yeah.
Like, if you're on the side of receiving peen,
Yeah.
you just like walk out.
You get out of there. You scram.
Yeah, you let the next guy who needs to take a poop deal with like
The wiener man.
wetting willies.
Yeah, deal with the loose knob
Yeah,
lurking around.
I mean, I would honestly. Sometimes I poop so hard I need like a handle, and I think like I wouldn't necessarily suck it, but I might grab on.
Yeah, and it'll probably get hard when you touch it.
Use it to brace yourself.
Yeah, because like, dude, sometimes I feel like I'm about to hit the ceiling when that shit comes out.
Like old people in the shower.
Yeah.
You need one of those grips.
Like,
Yeah,
I got the handle on the left, but if only I had like a nice burly shaft.
Yeah,
to,
exactly.
Like a
grab
tree
on
branch, something to hold on
on
to.
the right.
Yep.
Yeah, more of a throttle.
Fit for your hand.
Yeah, that would be nice.
if it's
You're onto something.
too skinny though, then it might like
You might break it.
which that's problematic because now we're talking about lawsuits.
That's assault.
Yeah, you don't want to break a dick,
Yeah.
especially in a glory hole situation.
no, yeah. I mean, because now you're talking like there's probably a method on the other side of that.
Now you got to get insurance involved, and
That guy doesn't have insurance either.
of course not.
Okay.
He's at a glory hole.
Yeah.
It putters at 3 p.m.
Fuck,
Like,
dude,
Of course
putters.
not.
With a hypothetical that'll make your girlfriend break up with you? They don't
Yeah,
listen.
Sure.
Okay.
They do, but okay.
Let's imagine
Okay.
a context in which you would fuck a pussy in a glory hole.
A context in which I would do that.
Yeah. Like every room you go into, there's like just a magical portal that opens up to literally just.
So it's kind of like a bathroom brothel.
It's not even like a bathroom. It'll be like any room you go into. Like you're.
So it's like a
constantly-
brothel.
Is it my girlfriend's
Huh?
gooch?
No, dude. It's some random like unknown to you. Could be a universal entity, or it could be like a real human being. But through this portal pops out and just an ass and pussy, kind of like the. Like,
Is it
like
just
this
like-
angle, the greater than sign of the ass? You know what I
Is
mean?
it just
So
butt?
just like back to thighs.
Yeah,
No,
back to mid
Back to thighs if you're
just
bent over,
midsection.
or just-
No
Yeah.
legs.
Just the genitals.
No
and
shoulder.
butthole.
Like so. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess you have your. The only thing you can really grab onto is the love handles. Then I suppose.
Yeah, like them hips.
Well, that doesn't feel like cheating. Then I think it's
barely
cheating.
a human, right?
It's cheating when you start like yanking hair and like grabbing
know who
tits.
it
You
is.
know. Yeah. So I think like any situation, if it's just butt,
It's basically
it
like
seems like a sex doll.
it's an organic fuck doll.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially. What about it, Dan?
I think if in the hypothetical there's a portal that can open, it's already pretty null and void. So I don't think any girlfriends will want to break up with anybody.
What if there was? Wait, what?
I would, to be honest with you, I would jump in the portal to figure out who this ass belongs to.
Who's throwing acid? Like,
What if it's just a non-conscious entity on the other side?
what's
Like
on?
it's-
He's just popping portals
like a
open and
rock.
throwing ass.
Yeah, no, they're just on the other side. It's like a filter that now everything on the other side is like just sodium, like just like solid metal. But whatever happens when it comes through this portal, it's now a soft, luscious pussy.
It's
and
just
ass.
a dimension that's farming nut.
I'm just trying to create
It's a
a
nut farm.
context in
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
you
They're just-
where you will glory hole fuck.
They're just farming.
Well, you created it for us.
You would do it, yeah. So it has to
Yeah.
be removed of like some conscious
I
aspect.
probably would not. If it came out of a portal, I'm not putting my dick in it.
You afraid of like space squids and
Yeah,
stuff?
you don't know what's in that puss.
Yeah,
if it came
yeah.
out
That'd be
of a
sick.
portal,
What
it
if
could
you
be
like?
anything.
What if you
There
contracted?
could be teeth in that.
Yeah.
What if you
Gross.
contracted like the next, like the newest and improvest?
Like an interdimensional
Space
STD.
AIDS?
Yeah, that'd be tight.
Yeah.
Then I just fuck everything because I need to pass it out.
And then you get your name on it.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. It's like
Funkiditis.
it's like fungus,
Yeah.
fungus. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Fungus.
Yeah.
Fungus? I
Sounds like something
these.
Shrek would say.
These are good options.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I guess I gotta come up with 3 of them.
Yeah, what's another
You
one?
gotta have options.
Oh, well, we already have 3. I'm saying I need to
Oh.
get 3 different new diseases from space pussy.
Oh, spread your net.
Yeah.
Kind of keep it wide.
Exactly.
One of them will stick. Surely one of them will
yeah.
be massively contagious.
Has to.
Yeah.
Dan, I'm a little unclear on where you stand on this.
I'm not fucking random things.
you're
So
not.
if that's the question. No,
That's
I'm not
kinda
that.
gay.
Well,
Unfortunately,
did
not
you
that
ever
horny.
fuck your couch when you were a child?
I never fucked my couch.
Damn.
No,
Did you fuck
unfortunately.
any like inanimate things?
Nope. Just the old righty.
Never lefty.
Lefty, of course, every now and again. You
Dan's
know?
a conventional.
You
Throw
gotta,
some curveballs
so
on
yeah,
there.
you gotta throw lefty just
Yeah.
to like make sure it works. You
Yeah.
know.
You're
I didn't
very
know-
old fashioned.
You know, yeah, I didn't do too much weird sexual shit because I was just a weird kid already. So I got plenty
That's why I did sex.
other weird kinks. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't have to mix it into the sexual.
Well, let's get
field.
into them.
Yeah, do you have like a kink for like analog clocks or something?
I wouldn't really say kink, just like weird niche.
Weird turn-ons.
Yeah,
Dude,
not turn-ons,
I
but
w-
sure.
I will say that I have an inordinate connection or association in my brain with anything I participated in during like puberty. So like video games can
That like turns
trigger
you
it.
on.
Yeah, like in a
Really?
weird way, not
Yeah.
like in like a sexual way, but almost
No, I
like
know
a
what you mean.
physiological like
Yeah.
sex mode type thing. Like some video games, some violent video games even. Like and it's
Probably
not
because
even
you're
the
going
violence.
through puberty right then.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
It's
just so fucking horny when you're playing those style games.
like
You got
Skyrim.
fucking-
There's moments in that game where I'll be like, why am I fucking horny?
You
right
got
now?
horny PTSD, bro.
Jeez.
Yeah, I have horny PTSD.
You got Pavloved into just liking things.
Yeah, literally. It was like, oh, I'm feeling so much dopamine. Oh, and there's like this generated fucking like girl like.
And you have
bandage.
jizz just boiling up in
Yeah.
your
It's
sack.
like, wow, when I was 13 and
Yeah.
playing this game, I was thinking about jerking off for 19 hours.
Yeah, it was like a
Just
daily
waiting.
thing. Like, oh, she's wearing like a fox pelt for clothes.
Oh my God.
Like, oh, it's so hot.
Whatever gets it done, you know.
And then it like
Fox pelt. it's Fox
translates to like some fucking.
Would you get down with like a wolf pelt, or is it
Yeah, it doesn't-
strictly red?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like just
Okay.
anything at that point in
pelt.
time.
Mammal fur.
What about like a gator? You going with reptiles?
I fuck with reptiles, but I don't fuck reptiles.
It's like a sexy gator with like a long mouth.
That's a good example, dude. There are like lizard people in that game, and if I see
Oh,
their
yeah.
titties, I'm sure my dick would get
I know
hard.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
Would have to.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
They weren't,
Argonians.
yeah, they weren't too, you know, lizard-esque. They still looked a little human.
They
They
had
were
lizard.
scaly.
They had lizard faces, but
Yeah.
like they had tits and ass.
They didn't have too much of like a snout. They didn't look too much like a lizard.
Yeah, it depends on which Elder Scroll you play.
I mean, they had a snout, but you know, wasn't protruding like a wolf face, like a fucking gecko.
I think it'd be kind of sick to fuck one of those though, because like
Like a lizard lady.
it. Well, yeah, but I'm just more so talking about like a snout that like comes off the face.
Like a forward snout, like a dog.
Yeah,
More surface area.
because it's just like, you know, you get in there. Yeah, it feels like an alive pocket pussy.
Dude, back to our organic sex dolls. Dog faces are just
Yeah.
organic fucking pocket
There's one
pussies.
thing I know: dogs got some DSLs. Like that's
Dude,
just facts.
They don't got lips, but they got big tongues.
Nah.
sloppy tongues.
Where are you gonna go off that one?
Uh,
Enlighten me.
anyhow.
What do you think?
Dude.
Anyhow.
No, I mean, you know, inanimate things, like, I fucked them. Not
Yeah.
ashamed.
I had my time.
But, definitely was, like, weird, you know?
It felt weird in the moment.
Yeah, it was almost like I was doing it for the bit to, like,
I think so.
tell the story rather
Like,
than,
this is
like,
kinda
actually
silly.
enjoying it. Yeah, it was like, because I remember having conversations with people about it, like post and like or pre and post,
Yeah.
and being like, oh no, I've never done that, I didn't know you could do that. And then I'd like go and be like, let's see. And then like after, it was just like, yeah, I did it.
Dude.
It was dope.
Yeah,
Get
for
like
the
a little
story.
bag, like fill the bag with lotion.
Oh, yeah.
You're just fucking a bag and cushions.
Dude. You just awoke a
You
memory.
just spank the couch like it's been a bad gal.
A bad gal.
Yeah.
That's a dirty bad gal of a couch.
Yeah.
It's far too creative for me.
And then you start getting like
Too much
coins
work.
start
Yeah.
dropping out of it. You're like, where did that come from?
Damn, you fucking for money at that point.
Yeah.
The little popcorn
I
kernels.
literally made the couch cum, and its cum is loose change.
Yeah,
Dimes
you
a
nutted
piece.
and got 78 cents.
Yeah.
Like,
And then I got
ready
a
to
polar
go get
pop.
a polar pop.
Yeah.
Dude, you awoke a memory of me in 6th grade at lunch detention or like recess detention because I like could never shut up during lunch.
Perfect.
They would be like, "No recess," and I'd be like, "Okay, whatever." But I was telling a story to my friends about like finding the beauty of like stroking my dick in like 6th grade, and they were all so confused. And I was like,
None of them
I'm
had
a
an older
fucking
brother.
weirdo. Like, huh?
None of them had an older brother.
Yeah, I think that might have been the case. But they were just so bewildered and disgusted by me. I was like, oh well, I guess I'm a fucking freak.
You touch it when you don't pee?
Yeah, exactly. I was
Whoa.
like, "What, dude."
Dude.
And I was a late bloomer, but like I knew that my wiener was fun to play with. Like at a young
Was
age.
your first like robe invisible?
My first robe. What?
Rope.
Oh, rope. Oh, yeah, ghost nuts.
Yeah.
Well, I think I never even pushed it till I could produce some calm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I never
So
like
too.
took it to the top
Yeah.
until it could like work.
Well, how did you know it was gonna work that time that you took it to the top?
I just did it. I was just like, what if I keep going? And that's what happened. I didn't know like that I could do it. I didn't know really what like a full nut felt like yet. So I would
True.
like, work it up and be like, that was cool. And
True,
then
yeah.
go do something else.
Facts. Do you ever?
That's why you're so fucking horny all the time.
I was edged.
Edged yourself for 2 years.
Yeah, that might literally be it.
That's kind of sick though.
Is that I was always about to come.
Yeah.
You were just one keystroke,
Yeah.
one side step away from nutting.
That's why I
the
can't-
whole time you were 12.
That's why I can't play video games without being horny now.
Wow.
It's because I edged myself.
Damn. So you're like staying up all hours of the night, just like half chubbed up.
Low key. On God.
Nice.
No
So
cap.
next time I jump in Discord with you,
Oh, no, dude. I'm a grown up now. So, yes. Same rules.
Yeah,
Everything
I mean-
still applies.
yeah, I imagine so. I mean, I would hope like you'd be hard if I'm chatting you up on Discord.
Yeah, I wish that for my boys. Like, when we're having, like, a good, deep, late night convo. Hope
Yeah,
everybody's dick's hard.
it's like yeah. I mean, that shows that you really care about what we're
Yeah,
talking about.
Shows that we're boys.
Yeah, we're more than boys.
What are we?
What do you think?
The Discord buddies.
We're rock hard in Discord. That's what
Fucking
we are
bricked
now.
up on an online fucking chat service. That's what we are.
Do you guys ever use ChatterBait?
Of course.
Chatterbait? No, I never jerked off to any live things except for like people in front of me.
I mean, more just like Omegle was what I was thinking.
You
of.
jerked off to
Yeah.
Omegle
No,
You
just
fiend.
like used Omegle.
and then jerked off?
No, dude, we said
Oh.
anything about jerking off.
Dude, we should
Is
have a
Chatterbait
segment. We should do an
strictly
Omegle
for
segment.
Jerking?
Yeah,
Got bait in it, dude.
it's ChatterBait is Omegle for horny people.
Oh, wow.
Omegle
Yeah, I did
is ChatterBait for
Horny
old
people.
men.
Yeah, old men, children, and people jerking off.
Yeah, it's just
had
got
no
a
idea.
wider
This is a-
scope.
These are the three crowds that go to Omegle.
No one informed.
Us. I want to start a segment.
Chatterbait?
Just do an Omegle segment.
Yeah, we could do that, man.
That'd be
Just talk to
funny.
them.
I'm
Like,
down.
hey, show us your tits. And she's like, I'm 12. And then we're like, just kidding.
You
Perfect.
think we'd say that to a 12-year-old? You
I don't
think
know,
that's
dude.
what the 12-year-olds are looking like?
It's the internet. You never know.
I think I'd say anything to a 12-year-old
Mm.
if it made her laugh.
Oh, yeah?
Or him. Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
it could be a guy.
not gender
I would
specific.
feel more comfortable, like,
Oh yeah,
sexually harassing a young boy than I would a young girl.
I do it every day.
Allegedly, you do it every day.
Nah, but actually, I had another like that moment of that dude. Well, I fucking
You had
just
you had a young Rizzler
yeah.
at the
But it was just yeah, cause he's like, but it's not even like Riz, you know. But it's like him trying to be cool. So like it's like Riz, but
it's
like,
like lil bro Riz. It's
Yeah.
like trying to be your lil bro.
he's like trying to shit talk you when like it's like whatever. But it's fucking fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
Little socially active child. Those are always adolescent. Dude.
They
Those are
need
always
that,
entertaining.
dude. I didn't have that, and that's why I'm such a fuck up.
That's why you're such a fucking loser now. Is because nobody was like,
Yeah.
no, like 26-year-olds were talking to you like a human being.
No. I was getting talked to like I was just a flesh wound.
They were getting talked down to you like the thing under a band-aid. What is that?
A flesh wound?
Yeah, what do you mean?
You know.
Oh, like a piece of shit.
I was like a little Slit.
Oh, you were like a little scab.
I
Yeah,
like slits.
I do too.
What kind?
The flesh ones.
Actually, I want to hear about this little boy that was hitting on you.
Oh
No,
yeah.
it
You
wasn't-
had a little boy hitting on it. What?
No,
where have you been,
you
Dan?
were there. It was just on that carpet, the very first carpet we rode at Perfect North,
Oh.
where he was just like shit talking me about like, it's like, are you new here? And I was like, does it look like I'm new here?
Oh, I don't,
And he's
I don't
like,
remember that.
Yeah. And I just started laughing, and that's when I looked back at you guys. I was like, this guy's trying to riz me up.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
he was.
remember that moment. I didn't.
Yeah, he was just like, because I was telling you like how to get off the carpet, and then
Yeah.
that's when he asked. He's like, "Are you new here?" I was like, "My friend is." He's like, "Oh," and he's like, "Are you?" I was like, "Does it look like it is? Like I am?" Like, but you know, I look like I'm sick, but I also could like look like a poser. I don't know.
And then you got his mom's number.
That's the thing
No,
about.
I got his dad's number actually.
Ooh,
Sick.
shit.
Yeah, he wanted to have a play date.
Hell yeah.
The dad wanted to have a play date, just to be clear.
Yeah, dude. Snowboarding yesterday was so fucking fun. Getting like a little saucy. Just
I was fucking
carving.
ham sauced.
Yeah, there was like a period of time where I was definitely feeling it good and it started coming down. You know, you get your adrenaline
Yeah.
spiked a couple times, brings you back down.
Yeah, dude. It's definitely an out of body experience when you're like really moving down the mountain.
For sure. It feels like time freezes and you're just like living and experiencing something.
Yeah. It feels like how humans lived before industrialization.
Yeah, they were probably really present in everything.
Yeah.
If they weren't like depressed, but depression was probably like
Probably wasn't real.
not that many people because everybody was busy.
Well, yeah. Well, also, if you were depressed, you were probably just killed because you were a witch.
Yeah, and you weren't like productive or something.
She's always sad. Kill her.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Why are fucking all like today all depressed women like witchcraft? I'll say it.
You think?
Yeah.
Depressed
of them?
women love witchcraft
Yeah.
horoscopes or like variations of witchcraft, paganism. Depressed women love paganism. I'll say that.
They
I'm
love
staying on
haram.
that, yeah.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Why?
No.
Because old witches were just depressed women.
You know, I'll die on that hill with you.
Thank you.
I
Doesn't that make
that
so much sense?
Makes so much sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Why do depressed women?
Yeah.
It's like how like depressed men love like militarizing. Like depressed women love being witches.
Yeah, it was like that. Just their husband came home, and it was just for the first like 3 months, it was amazing with this woman.
Yeah.
And like she's pregnant now because everything moves quick in the 1800s.
Super
And then
quick.
all of
Other
a sudden,
than their
just
feet.
one day, your
Slow back
20-year-old
down.
wife that's 3 months pregnant with you, you just come home and she's
20?
fucking. Well, of course, they were all having kids.
I
By
was
20,
thinking
my
like
man.
14.
18.
Yeah,
1800s.
14 was pretty reg.
I was
back
trying
then.
to give them like top cap. You know, they were probably
True.
17, 18.
Yeah,
for sure.
you'd
Yeah.
probably start getting a couple side
Well,
eyes if you were 20.
Consent
without kids.
didn't come around until the 50s. So,
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
true.
as a
Yeah.
woman, you were just handed off.
yeah.
Yeah, it
marital
was just
rape
okay.
wasn't even a
Time now
It was
you join
whenever-
this family.
So whenever the
Just have their
father ran
babies.
out of like
Stayed home, make
resources
food.
to like feed the daughter,
He's like, well, I need a couple cattle, so here's my daughter.
yeah,
He's like, oh, I have a couple, so I'm looking for someone's daughter.
And
So
I need someone to make me food. Oh, this works out perfect.
I
And-
need some kids. I'm almost 30.
But yeah, they just come home
Yeah.
when their wife's fucking going bananas. Just you don't love me.
it's actually because they were
I know
going
what's
through
going on. And then I was
their
like,
period.
oh my god, my fucking wife is crazy. Like she's a different person all of a sudden.
I
Like,
feel-
she's a witch.
That is true, dude. She
She's got to
flipped.
be a witch.
Said this bitch
Yeah.
flipped
No.
up on me.
This is a different person
She
now.
switched on me.
Like I was used to this
She
person.
just
now I
became
got a
of
different
age.
person. She's a witch.
You got her when she was a child, then she became an
Oh,
adult.
That's what it was.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure depression probably looked fucking insane for people back then.
Yeah, dude, because depression can drive you to psychosis.
Yeah,
So if you were like
without a
super
doubt.
fucking sad all the time, like you think people are talking shit, it'd be like, well,
Did
you're
you-
just possessed by demons.
Did you see the
actually.
bitch who just killed all 3 of her kids while her dad went to go get pizza?
He just
Did you guys
comes
see that
back
shit?
and
Her
he's like,
dad?
Hey, kids, I
Yeah.
got meat lovers.
She had like psychosis and like postpartum depression,
Yeah.
and she had just gotten out of like the psych ward
Hell
and was
yeah.
only cleared for like a certain amount of time with the kids because she was
Crazy.
like clinically insane and just like wanted to kill them because they like in her mind fucked her life up so bad, and she was so depressed from postpartum depression.
That's
all
so
that shit.
funny to think that it's the kid's fault.
Well, yeah, like from her eyes.
Psychosis is like super complicated though. So like
Yeah.
it could have been like a laundry list of
Oh
overwhelming
yeah,
emotions
for
and
sure.
motivations.
Different fucking prescriptions and pills and all
like-
kinds of shit with the family dynamic we don't know about.
Like logical systems in somebody's mind that are like at square one, like a delusion is like, oh, now you're building like a reality off of an initial delusion.
Yeah, and
You're
they
like, you
just
can
keep
do
going.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
and then
well,
it
now
just
all
turns
of
into
your,
alternate reality that they're living in.
every piece of information is now based on a delusion.
Yeah, but yeah, she fucking. It was like 27 minutes. The dad was gone, and she
Jesus.
strangled all 3 of her children, and then jumped off the roof.
Imagine coming back.
Jumped off the roof.
Yeah.
How big this house?
3 stories. She died too. She like jumped right in
Good.
her head.
She swan dive.
I assume so because 3-story building and she died. But
Yeah.
yeah, so now it's literally just the dad. Like,
That.
fucking literally got a life reset. Just came home from getting food and all of his children and
Hey,
wife
at
were
least he
gone.
got all the pizza to himself.
Dude,
Jesus
yeah. He's like, not too bad. Just throws on some 2K.
He's playing PlayStation, eating 3 pizzas at the end of the night, dude.
Yeah, dude. He's
This
like,
ain't bad, hey.
Got the cops in there like cleaning up dead bodies. He's just like,
Hey, you guys
God
got run
damn it.
one? Like, who want the
I
smoke?
got an extra controller.
or he shows
I
up.
actually got 3 extra now.
There it
Like,
is.
what's up? That's so fucked up,
And
bro.
like
I'm going to
this-
hell for that one.
And like the skit, he would like hang his head and start crying, and then he lifts it, and he's like smiling and crying tears of joy because he's free.
Yeah. It's like, fuck. I didn't know it was going to take this.
She
But
did everything.
Just a wide shot of him crying, and then it just opens up to the doo-doo of the Xbox turning on and him looking up,
oh my
full
God.
smile.
Yeah,
It's
wow.
time.
What
That's
a
crazy.
that's so fun.
No, yeah, an absolute tragedy, though.
Yeah, that's so sad.
As much as
Yeah,
we
man.
joke.
So
A
sad.
real
What do you
life
do
horror
in that?
story.
To be honest with you guys, I would probably just like do all the most absurd shit in an attempt to kill myself if I was that guy.
Oh, yeah. Like,
do you mean
go
absurd?
skydiving, go bungee jumping, go fucking drink for like
I'd
36
sell that
hours.
3-hour or 3-story house. I'd take all that money and I would
Just
just
go
put it
ball
towards
out
doing the
till you
most
die.
aggressive shit I can think of, and film it. And if I film it and then it does well, then we have a documentary about this widowed husband that
Yeah.
is now a fucking like, I don't know, inspiration to all. Or just one day I don't pull the shoot.
There you go. Yeah, I don't know if I would kill myself because I guess it would depend on how much, like how cute my kids were.
Fair.
That's true. Yeah, if you had like a horse tooth looking one,
Yeah,
it'd be like, well,
I like horses,
Yeah.
but if it was like a possum face kid,
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the dude's probably not like it depends on the situation. If it's something where, he was very happy and content and then just his wife got crazy off the pregnancy hormones,
yeah, that's so fucking sad.
that blows. But
That has to be more than the like.
you never know. Could be something where he got some like 16-year-old chick pregnant, now he's hyped. It's like, God damn.
Yeah, he could be a fucking sociopath shit father that's like gonna fucking
Yeah, he could have
now
killed
live
them all.
his
Eat
wildest
pizza
dreams.
and
Who
play
knows?
2K.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he fucking called in a pizza order, went to town, and then went and picked it up, and then came home and was like, "Oh no,
And then pushed her off the roof.
what happened?"
Dude, I bet he was
Yeah.
suspect numero uno.
Oh yeah, they looking into
They're
it.
like, you
Yeah.
fucking what? You
No,
left
but
and
no.
Came back 30 minutes later, and they're
Yeah,
like,
that's the only reason I know about it.
I don't-
because crime or what do you call that? Fucking
Crime Stoppers.
true crime junkie girlfriend on the whole like.
crime
junkies,
where
He was gone for 27 minutes, and she strangled all 3 of them and killed herself.
Does she live on the
Way.
Oxygen channel?
I don't know what that is.
It's just like we're Snapped and like all those shows are.
No, I don't think so.
Can we imitate one of those? Just like
Imitate what?
the duo, like crime junkie type, like 2 girls talking about true crime.
Oh, 2 girls talking
Yeah.
about true crime? Oh,
So just
I mean, I
start
can-
describing a crime scene, and I'll give like
I can
Co-host
try. So
vibes.
as if I'm a
a girl with like a true crime
girl.
podcast.
Just like I have a true crime podcast,
Yeah.
and I'm. Oh, okay.
And I'm
So
their
we're
co-host.
talking about it.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
okay.
a true
I see,
crime
I see.
podcast.
Oh, I see. All right. So it'd be like
And scene.
Yeah, it'd be like
and that's it.
I show up to the or they showed up to the crime scene, and guess who was there? You know what I mean? And then you'd be like, who? You know what I mean?
The husband. Oh, I'm a step ahead.
Yeah, it's
Why not?
okay. Whatever.
I see.
We'll drop it. But
Yeah.
I wanted to imitate some crime junkies for a second.
Why?
That was
Just funny.
shambles.
It's not that bad.
I'm glad you didn't throw that bone to me because I got to watch you guys explode and bomb.
It wasn't that bad. I was just trying to describe the instructions, but
I thought I was a girl describing you just true crime. You know, I thought that was the scenario we're going down.
that's like one
There's
layer
just two
removed
females.
from
But
from the
there
scene.
is that's most of them already. Like we could imitate it, but it's already saturated.
Oh, that's
It's
exactly
already
what I'm talking about. Like,
nice.
that's
That's
the
the
same
shit.
thing so many times. Like,
Yeah, it's always the fucking. Oh, I bet it's the husband.
and like it's like, and Anthony was released on 13-month bail, and they were like,
No, and then at
What?
the end at the
That's
end
the
of the show,
no way.
at the end of the show, they'd be like, "I should just be a detective. I knew all along."
Yeah, exactly. She's like, yeah. That's what the co-host would say.
Even
Yeah.
though they wrote the like fucking script on the fucking true crime that they're covering over the
Yeah.
podcast.
They did. Imagine writing
knew
a
it the whole
script for a podcast.
I'm sure the true crime
That'd
people
be
do.
funny.
Like,
Well,
you know,
yeah, they probably have some sort
Like,
of teleprompter.
There's
just checkpoints to get over. Like this happened, this happened.
I listen
then
to,
this
like,
happened.
a history podcast, and I doubt this guy can just rattle the shit he knows off top. Like the amount of numbers and
yeah.
like events that he's
Yeah.
aware
In
of.
1981, Axl Rose of the Guns N' Roses fucked a 14-year-old girl.
Exactly. Yeah,
I mean, you can
can't
remember that, but like something
Well-
like like the Battle of Thermopylae, like in
Yeah,
year
I
300
guess-
AD.
I guess culture history is different, maybe, especially if there's like bad stuff going on.
Yeah, like ancient history.
Yeah, fuck ancient history though. Is it even real?
Yeah, I mean, it may totally not be.
It's real from the rich side. And people that have money.
They think
Why?
it's real.
That's what happened to them.
Wait, what happened to them?
What did they happen?
Well, that's what we got, like ancient history.
Huh?
Like in the book, like what you're saying.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Like ancient history, whatever the rich people wanted to say is what we know.
Oh, like the history written by the victors?
Yeah. Like we
Whoever
only know
had
things
paper
that-
and pencil
yeah.
and
like, hey,
could use it.
and knew how to write.
look at
They
this
were the
cool
writers.
stuff. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like this is what we'll keep around.
Dude.
It's like the stuff they kept around to hand to people was just stuff from the people that had all the money.
Yeah, without resources, you can't document history.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm fucking leaning right now.
Yeah, I can't get you to stay up, you little fucking stuffed animal. Little fucking.
I'm fucked up. You just be moving so much, dude. Yeah, I can't imagine rattling numbers like that. I was never a history buff when I was in school. Couldn't do it. Hated it.
But you do have a history of being buff.
I do, yeah. But then I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I like my dick being big.
Yeah, when you're super buff, your dick looks little.
Yeah.
That's my curse,
We're
dude.
super into history as well. Your dick
That's
also
fucking.
looks
Yeah,
little.
that's gay. So.
Yeah, well, yeah. Your dick just shrivels up the more dates you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
little dick.
the more years of, different wars and battles you remember, just the more
We should walk
millimeter
around
by millimeter.
a very dense populated Gen Z beach and ask when the War of 1812 was.
Oh yeah, with our phone as the microphone,
Yeah.
and
Wasn't that 17?
that'd be crazy if they were that close.
I feel like most people are just gonna look at us like we're dumb.
Yeah, but we don't
That's
show those
perfect.
ones in the video.
Exactly,
Like,
yeah.
we just show the idiots.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just use the 4 or 5.
Dude, I love that.
You go out for 8 hours, you only get
Yeah.
2 clips.
We were talking a long time ago
No.
about the fresh and fit dudes, like how they're always just slam dunking on Miami whores.
Yeah.
But it's you're asking the dumbest fucking people.
Yeah.
Name 3 countries. They're like Europe, Asia,
Yeah.
and Antarctica. And
Dude.
it's why are they all saying
Clearly
this?
been on the beach for 36 hours.
Yeah, you're
They haven't
fried. Your
left.
brain is cooked
Yeah.
by sun rays.
That'd be sick, dude. I want to be a little freaking French fried.
Yeah.
There was one question that one of those dudes going around colleges asked that kind of stumped me for I kind of gave up.
What's
to
the
be honest.
question, dude? I want to know.
Name 3 countries that start with the letter
Denmark,
That
Dominican Republic.
Okay, yeah.
Dominican
I didn't get that
Republic
one.
of the Congo.
Huh?
Dominican Republic of the Congo.
Dominican Republic of the Congo.
Pretty sure
We'll
it's
count that.
Pretty sure it's a separate
I
country
guess we're going
of
to count that.
Are you for real?
Something. I'm pretty sure.
Oh no, no, Dan.
Really?
No, that's not no.
The
Really?
Republic of the Congo.
It's not the Dominican Republic of the Congo. The Dominican Republic is its own thing.
Really?
Sorry, Dan.
Congo is
Damn.
also
I feel like I remembered something deep from 7th or 8th grade. That was
Congo
like, oh
is
yeah.
in like Africa, right? And
Yeah, it's in Central
DR
Africa.
is like in the
It's in the Caribbean.
Gulf. Yeah,
Yeah. So
It's in the
Dominican
Gulf?
Republic, Denmark.
Wow.
That's all I got.
it's like
Is
it's
there-
in the fucking Gulf, and then the Caribbean, and then the Atlantic. It's like the Caribbean is like the cutoff, man.
You can take a boat from Florida.
I can't think of a single D one besides what Shorty said.
Yeah, Dominican Republic.
That's
Denmark.
what I'm saying. I was
Like,
like
that's a hard
really
one.
struggling.
No.
I bet there's some historical
Is
ones.
there?
Let
Like,
me
is
look it
there
up,
now?
dude. I'll pull it up, Jamie.
One of the bitches that was like a kind of more attractive one said Dubai, which I thought was hilarious. That was like so on par. But yeah, I literally like was actually
Oh,
stumped.
dude, Djibouti.
What?
Oh yeah, of course.
Those are the ones. It's Denmark, Djibouti, and Dominican Republic, and I guess Dominica if that's a country.
Yeah, see, that's a
cheating,
loaded question.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Like
Yeah.
legitimately, who thinks of Djibouti? Like, I mean,
I do.
Yeah, because of Pop Tropica, I guess.
No, I think of your ass.
Oh, DJIBOUTI.
Djibouti.
Do you remember that from Pop Tropica, Dan?
I
That
don't
was
even
one of the
know
places
what the
you
fuck
could go.
that is.
You don't know what Pop Tropica is, bro?
I know what Pop Tarts
Bro,
are.
Are you
fuck
even Gen
you,
Z?
the
I'm
the
not.
Democratic Republic of the Congo.
Okay.
Oh, Democratic.
Well, that's a little
Well,
different.
no, still fuck you. Like,
But still,
it's not fuck us. And
it
fuck
still
you. It's fuck
is
us both, I
it
guess.
still is a country as well. It's
yeah.
yeah. That's what
Democratic
I was gonna say.
Republic.
Yeah.
I just heard of it as like a ROC, Republic of the Congo.
I just thought it was Congo, and then I
Yeah, there's the Dominican Republic in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And then there's the Democratic
damn
Republic
the
of
Caribbean. It's funny. Caribbean and Caribbean is like the same as caramel and caramel.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just like how Dominican and Democratic, you know? It's just dyslexia.
It's the same word.
Same word. It's the same word, basically.
That'd be so funny. Like, you say,
Spelled the same. You just pronounce it.
So I was like,
differently.
wait a minute. I don't feel like I'm that far off. Like I feel far off, but not like I'm completely wrong.
you just move into like a neighborhood in the Bronx, and they're like, "Are you Dominican?" It's like, "Oh yeah, pretty much. I'm Democratic."
I'm a Democrat.
I'm a
yeah.
Democrat.
I voted.
I vote blue, yeah. I'm
Yes.
Dominican. I voted Joe. Like,
True.
Fuck, man.
That's sick.
Yeah, no, but just for everybody, I didn't vote.
No, of course.
I don't
not.
think any of us have ever voted.
You know what's
Right?
weird about saying
We're
like,
some non-voting ass motherfuckers.
"No, dude, voting's gay." If,
What's weird?
You can say like Democratic Republic of the Congo, but you could also say Democratic Republic of the United States of America. It's like just
Well, yeah.
adjectives.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine like if every country had its own adjectives, it'd be like the really dope, sexy Chile, like the big dicked, tall fucking Canada. Like
Well, that'd be more like
Strong,
Netherlands.
cool
that'd be more
Russia.
like Uganda
Yeah,
Well,
for sure.
yeah.
or Senegal.
The Netherlands are the tallest motherfuckers in the world, so
Yeah.
they gotta have something about just being big.
It'd be like the super brave, tall. What do you call it?
Junkies.
Junkies. of
Netherlands.
The Netherlands.
Or Holland. Why
Or
do they
Holland.
get two names? It's so fucking dumb.
Dude, they also have like Scandinavia.
Well, I guess we have-
Slav, or whatever the fuck.
We have multiple names.
Yeah, we call it because I mean it's a fucking. There's so many
The
cultures.
States,
to Canada, they all have their
America,
name.
USA,
America.
Murray, yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
There's more.
Land of the free.
Land of the home of the brave.
Land of the home of the brave. We do call it that.
Yeah.
The mixing pot.
Melting Pot too.
Yeah.
Melting Pot's a really shit restaurant.
Yeah, it sounds like it is.
I've never gone.
I haven't either, to be honest.
Fuck that place.
But
though,
it's just
dude.
like, why?
I've heard
I'm not
it's
gonna go.
trash.
I'm not gonna go to a restaurant and pay you to make me fondue. Piss
no,
off.
dude. Fondue.
Yeah, you
I
have
could
to
make it
cook
better.
your
I'll
own food.
fondant.
No.
Yeah, fondue. More like fond.
We get the
No,
whole
it's-
experience.
Dude.
you know?
Fuck, that's good, dude. Holy shit.
I've never heard that joke before.
Fuck.
Jeez.
Those loud.
Yeah. Good thing my tenant isn't around.
Yeah, your landlord.
Yeah.
Are you the tenant or are you the landlord?
I'm
Both.
the tenant. Wait. Oh, fuck me.
Whoa.
Ah, fuck me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my fault.
That's good, man. Nah.
Yeah.
What
I wonder
else?
what Levi's doing now. He probably got scared.
Who?
Now that he's scared.
Levi, he's like,
Yeah, he's just sniffing the door. Like, what's going on?
that's sick.
Somebody's yelling.
Imagine just having like your most like,
Yep.
your best sense being your like sniffing.
Yeah, I think about that all the time, actually. Walking the dogs.
Yeah.
Because they love disgusting, horrendous, sharp smells. Like shit and skunk and puke
yeah.
and garbage.
Yeah.
It's like, why?
And
Why
my
do you
breath.
Like that? And your breath, yeah. They love your fucking mouth.
Yeah. Which is perfect because I love their mouth too.
Yeah, the organic fleshlight.
Yeah. That was like a really like obscure callback.
I mean, I got it. It wasn't that long. It was like 20 minutes ago, if that.
No, I know,
Callback
but like
nobody wanted.
there was like, but it wasn't a callback because there was no like, you know, I didn't say anything.
You're just saying you like it.
I didn't like a callback in my head is like using a specific word
like
from prior conversation.
More explicit.
Yeah.
I get you. I mean, you're wrong, but I hear what you're saying. I understand what you're
That's
saying.
why I said it's an obscure callback
Yeah, yeah.
because it was one, but it just was like not one.
You have to piece it together. If you missed the part where we talked about synthetic sex toys or no,
Yeah.
organic sex toys.
I was gonna say
that's it.
synthetic.
That's most of them.
Who's
yeah.
making these dogs?
Well, I think they are getting breeded kind of synthetically at this point.
People are definitely making dogs. Yeah, yeah. By definition, without a doubt.
Yeah.
They're,
definitely
sel-
not up
they're
to the-
selectively breeding.
Dog-
But
Dogs
it's
are
not
making
up to
dogs.
the dog's accord, you know. Like the dogs aren't fucking when they want
It's
to
like-
fuck. They're
it's
fucking
like,
when the humans
damn.
are like, yeah.
It's like a Saudi prince and Saudi princess.
What do you mean? Like Aladdin?
It's just like they get told who to fuck.
Oh, you mean like Indians today?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like Hindus. They'll be like, oh, dude, we met this family. They're cool. Their daughter's kind of like, she's cute. She's like a 7. You're a 4. So, like, you going to say no? And he's like, shit, man, I guess not.
Yeah, but
Oh,
if
well,
you're a
I
4
thought you were gonna
and
go
your
for it.
family has millions of dollars, you're like a 7 or an 8 in India.
That's true. They
sure.
don't see physical appearance.
Because you got to
over
think
there.
they're all 4s, like, you know. They're either-
Indians?
yeah,
Dude,
like you're
Indian
either
women are
yeah, but that's what I'm
beautiful.
saying. You're
the
either
men are not.
but like
Some of
there's
them
they're polarized. You're either a 4 or a 10.
That's like
Like you're
Canadian
one
men.
of the Canadians as well are
Yeah.
the same way.
Canadian men are either hideous or so fucking
yeah,
hot.
you're either
Same-
trash or a model.
and all the women are hot.
Like there's no mid Canadians. There's no mid Indians. Like you're either
Ugly or
hard to
beautiful.
look at or goddamn. Like those are your options if you're Indian.
Oh, like
unfortunately.
Mexicans. It's funny that you can say it about like Canadians and it means nothing.
That's
but
true.
if you make them like brown,
Yeah, we can say whatever the fuck we want about Canadians.
we can say whatever we
Because
want
they
about
won't
white
say
people.
like
anything.
I can comfortably
Yeah.
sit here and say
That's
like
true.
Canadians are awful. Oh my god, I
You can
hate
say,
Canadians.
I fucking
They'll
hate
say thank
Germans.
you.
Yeah.
I hope God comes down and smites all the Germans.
And like everyone's like, all right,
they're
cool.
like,
Yeah.
okay.
That's funny. Like, cool.
yeah.
But then, you know, God forbid you throw some melanin in that conversation.
Yeah. Ooh.
Or
Ooh.
yeah. I don't
Scary.
That is kind of a weird concept though. Like nationality, like racism.
It's like just reverse racism.
Yeah. No, I mean, you know, obviously we're Caucasian, so we're always just going to get the, well, you don't understand culture. Your culture's just a melting pot of stealing everybody else's.
Yeah, well, we're good at it, so,
So, yeah,
that is our
hold on.
culture.
Let me
Theft.
hear.
It's a
Theft is our
hand in
culture.
hand of like,
Which is ironic.
we both
'cause we
like
don't get
can't
caught.
be like, we both can't be prideful of our culture while also like
I'm prideful.
having to pedestal up other cultures.
explain-
Like, I mean, I don't give a fuck, but that's how it is.
Explain to me how there can simultaneously be like the conversation that there is no white culture, but also there is such thing as white people shit. That is white culture.
Yeah, wearing Swiss Army
swimming
shoes,
with sharks.
K-Swiss. Yeah,
it's that
Well-
time. I don't really. I mean, I understand
Going into abandoned buildings.
I understand like the.
What are those
broad
dudes
aspect
called?
of
Ghost
that.
hunting.
what do they call themselves?
Huh?
The people that do abandoned building stuff. They have like a name they call themselves.
Urban explorers or
Yeah,
something.
urbex. Is
Maybe.
like what most of them call it.
Huh.
Sounds like a.
That wasn't what I was
character.
thinking of, but
Right.
maybe. I don't know.
Ever I've seen it, it's called urbex. Like even on Reddit, it's r/urbex.
Yeah,
Urban
urban
exploration.
explorers.
Okay. Yeah, then I guess I'm fucking dumb.
What did you have something else? I mean,
Well,
I
I
guess
don't
you could
know
think
what
of
it
it, but
was.
you had something else.
Yeah, I thought I heard something else. There's somebody that my brother used to be friends with that does it, and he called it something different. I forget though.
Oh, they call it
Being
Ah,
gay.
I can only think of slurs.
Being bored.
So I couldn't do it. They call it being in the Midwest and having jack shit to do.
Being bored and wanting to experience some adrenaline.
Or they call it white people shit.
Yeah, there is a lot of white people shit, and I want to go back to what I said about the K-Swisses. That's black people shit.
K-Swiss?
Yeah.
I don't even know what
I
the
never
fuck
associated
K-Swiss
as
is.
such.
What is
Don't
K-Swiss?
they have or, am I thinking of Reebok? Which one has like the UK flag?
Is this a
The
brand?
Union Jack?
K-Swiss.
Does K-Swiss has a
Culture.
Union Jack?
K-Swiss is like old black guy that's on the grill type shoe for me.
Oh, really? No.
But
let me-
it's
let
that
me look at
classic
these.
like low top white shoe. So even if it is,
Yeah, these are white people's shoes.
I've heard
in
it
my
in
mind,
like
man.
rap.
they're like dad
for sure. I've
shoes.
heard it in hip hop. Like
They're like
reference
dad
to
Like
shoes.
K-Swisses.
But they're also like,
Okay, yeah.
you know, well,
They're
click
fresh. I had a
on,
pair when I was a kid.
click on images.
Yeah, I am.
It's like on the same realm of like fuck. It's like the African American New Balance for like the dad shoe.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
feel
I'm
like they're
saying
both
it as.
white, bro. New Balance and
Really?
Well,
K-Swiss are
New
white.
Balance is well, no,
I mean, when he said old black man shoe, that's why I was just pointing a reference.
Maybe this one. This
It's like-
K-Swiss
maybe
specifically.
K-Swiss is like the, yeah.
That's an old black man.
It's like
shoe.
the Jordan
Yeah.
version of
that's like a Stefan Marbury.
fucking New
Did you ever
Balance.
have any of them? The Marburys?
no pussy ball with a tat like Stephon Marbury.
There was a
My
store
girl booty softer
in.
than shit like a
Oh,
strawberry.
what was that? Do you know the store that used to be in the Eastgate Mall that was like across from Foot Locker?
Pop Tropica?
That's the
Yeah.
game. No.
I'm just kidding because I
Where
said
was
it's
it?
called
Across the
that.
street or across the ways from
Across the
what?
street from Foot Locker.
Nah, I don't remember that fucking mall.
Nah,
Actually.
dude.
Not anything about it.
I just went there and fucking
You went there with
Thought of-
like 7th grade bitches when you were in like 6th grade and you thought you were dope.
dude. I went there with my 9th grade girlfriend, and I think I told Dan the story. We would like dare each other to do shit, and I
Nice.
dared her to hit on some guy, and he was deaf. So she like walked up to him and was like, "Can I get your number?" And then he was like,
Damn.
like.
Did she try and sign back? Did she like throw up like a?
No, she just got super red faced and embarrassed, like, "Oh," and then like walked away.
Damn.
Yeah, and she was like hit on
Was-
her, but it was like a fucking 6th grader. I was I was 14. I was
Was
in
the
9th grade.
deaf guy old? Or was it
No,
like a
He
young
was a high schooler.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. I thought like you were only deaf when you were old. I didn't think you were deaf as a child.
No, there's some young deafs out there.
Bro,
No.
what's going on with people just not going to school? By the way,
Yeah, I know
What's
a
up with
couple
that?
little kids that don't go to school.
are people just not going to school now?
I think
What do you
COVID
mean?
broke the school system.
I went to the mall on Friday at like 11, and there was mad kids there.
Let me explain, dude.
Like mad kids.
Let me explain.
Like it was probably a 1-to-1 ratio with like families and teenagers
mall?
just hanging out. The
Kenwood?
Kenwood Mall. Yeah.
I have an explanation for this, dude.
Like the amount of like 15, 16, like 14-year-olds just walking around in their little groups. The fucking girls just leggings and sweatered up in
For
like
sure.
groups at like 11:30, 12 o'clock.
The
It's like,
thing
why are
is-
you not at school?
they're
well, they
all,
might have been a.
they're
Well,
all,
they.
oh my god, dude, I'm gonna kill myself. They're all they're all legal. They're all 18, but they've consumed too many microplastics, so they never underwent the second
They're
half of
not
puberty.
18 though.
Dude, but they're underdeveloped. I promise you. That's the new world.
Bro, I'm
We're all
telling you,
children. There's not
these-
going to be any post-puberty
These groups of
people
kids
anymore.
were not out of high school. Like I'm telling you,
Were they
this
still
was
wearing
like
pink
Yeah, bro. Like that's
Yeah.
what like they were all wearing the same shit.
Because they have too many microplastics.
like I'm saying, there was
they're
groups
stuck.
of like obvious high schoolers. Like one of their moms dropped off these 4 girls.
There was no
and they're
chain-
walking into
not-
Vineyard.
No
Box.
lanyards of keys.
Yeah,
swinging around.
exactly. None of that. They
Nothing.
They have nothing but their phone in their
Yeah.
hand
And their
they're
Vera
15.
Bradley purse.
Like yeah. So they
I will
don't
say
really-
nothing in the future is definitive. You look at a girl, she's got a dick. You look at a child, it's a grown up. You look at a grown man, it's actually a little girl in a grown man's body.
I'm not making a shot.
This is
at
the future, dude.
The future of fucking.
This is the world that we live in.
I agree. They're fucking moving up the age gaps for sure.
And 14-year-olds are actually 20 now.
But I what I'm saying is I think
They like to
the
think they are.
amount of
Yeah.
schools is definitely still up there on the people doing the online learning.
No, I
feel like
actually
they're probably still doing it.
to agree with what you're saying. I know multiple little kids, and even in the neighborhood, like my neighborhood, like there's tons of fucking little kids. I see them all hours of the day.
Yeah.
It's like I literally see kids. I'll watch the school bus take off, and then
That's-
they don't go to school, and it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I
like
feel
I
like
never did that. I never had that option. Like unless I was skipping.
They
Like,
gotta still be doing the online thing,
I
and they're
guess.
probably giving people the option.
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, if you don't feel safe, you
Yeah.
can still just do this.
Imagine not feeling safe at this point.
I mean, it does. It's
There's
probably
literal
just.
oh,
medicine.
about the vid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
the
probably just
video.
something to make
Yeah.
it easier.
There's literally video medicine now. Like this strictly like medicine strictly for video. And
like you watch it and it cures.
yeah.
Dude, that's fire.
Interesting.
Now we're freaking deplatformed.
Yeah, dude, you
R.I.P.
said the C word.
Oh, you did say that's the first time it's been said,
not
bro.
on the pod, dude. No, I've had to cut it out before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in my
You should probably cut it out.
my deep screening, I do. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I know that it gets a lot of things demonetized. Not
Yeah.
that us saying pussy is like gonna like.
So
not-
we'll just like
Jesus.
do this right here. Yeah. Let's just do double hands. So we full on just right here.
God, yeah, we gotta get some fucking airplane flags.
Yeah, just hey, shorty, right here. We cut this.
Yeah,
And now we're back.
We've always been here.
ain't shit changed, bro. But
Yeah,
the
I think that's
motherfucking
where it's gotta
game.
be. But it is. It's weird feeling old though, because I remember being in school, being like, "God damn it, I wish I could just go fucking
Yeah, but
hang out
also,
with the boys today."
you
but
can have
instead
a
we gotta-
conversation. And those people, when they are 24 years old, they're not going to be able to have a
Yeah,
conversation.
you're not socially retarded.
True,
And you have
yeah.
that to. You have
Well,
that.
Not that I'm like, not saying that I have.
Well,
like,
no, they're not socially retarded because all they do is socialize.
They're
They're
internet
actually
wise.
just retarded.
They know how to internet, but I don't think they know how to fucking interact with humans.
It's not like
Other than their like little like fucking dick sucking clits.
They know how
Oh,
to
yeah, they got a
meme
lot
with
of
other
Clicks,
memers.
clicks.
yeah,
I need
they
to
know
meet
how to
some
meme.
kids, bro.
They're gonna be good ass memers.
I only know ADHD children. I haven't met a child that isn't like off their fucking meds.
Yeah, Gen Zs are crazy.
Dude.
Their meme format is insane
We're
too.
like the very end of like somewhat human beings.
dude,
Like
I had
that's
this
what it feels like.
conversation the other day with a guy who was like
It's like they're done. They're
talking
gone.
to me.
They're not
He's
real.
like 28, and he was talking to me about how he's like, or no, what was he? I don't know how old he was to be honest, but he was like in that. He's like, I'm in the gap in between Generation Y and Generation X. So it'd be like X and then Y. Y
That's a
is
millennial.
Yeah, and so I was telling him because he like had things. The reason it came up was because of my tattoo. He was like, "Do you watch the Jetsons?" But I was like, you know,
I
whatever.
did as a kid.
Yeah, I did
Boomerang.
too. I was like, I'm not that fucking young. But then I was telling him, I was like, it's funny to me because in terms of a lot of the things that I've seen, I'm considered a Gen Z, but like I also grew up outside without any technology, and I didn't get a phone until I was in 8th grade.
And you had like I attribute a lot of like my cultural understanding. Like I know a lot of shit from the fucking 90s because my
Yeah.
parents were fucking young adults. My brother was like a kid in the 90s. So
Yeah.
it's like our culture is like a little bit like the
with
generation
a little bit
before
of
us.
spice in from the 90s.
And
That's
then
I
once the
call us
internet
I
came-
call us
internet came in, it
post
all changed.
millennials.
Yeah, post millennials.
Post millennials is like that 95 to like 2000 ish range.
And we're like conservative as fuck, dude. I hate libs. I hate libtards.
Speak for
We're the
yourself, dude.
last
Look at my
generation
color.
to grow up without
True.
the internet too.
Yeah.
Like that'll
Legit.
never be.
We had the internet, but it would take.
It was dial up.
it would take me fucking like 5 minutes to watch a
But I
YouTube
mean,
video.
like
Or,
0
like, to
to
load
like
pre-buffer.
10.
YouTube.
Like 0 to 10, our
Yeah.
whole childhood was like no screens. Like the only screen
Yeah.
was like television in the evening.
Yeah, I played video games, but yeah, no cell phones,
Yeah.
no iPads, no Kindles.
And the
Yeah.
the video games I did play were so pixelated, like PS2 shit, that it was like,
it was on a big box TV
Yeah.
that went
But we were also like
24/7. Like, if it was on, it was going.
8, 9, 10 around that time when like PlayStation 2s were popping off.
I remember Xbox 360 came out when we were like going into middle school.
Yeah, we were like
Yeah.
13 when the 360 came out. I remember that. That shit was wild. I remember being, or no,
2010, 2011.
Yeah, we were probably 12 when the 360 came out.
I think there's just going to be a huge divide in like pre-internet, post-internet kids, and then
Definitely.
I think that will also be like mandered on the line of fucking like religious and non-religious.
Oh,
Because I think
definitely.
religious kids are going to be probably more like this, like the conventional secular kid, like we would be.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you grew up a little religious, but like not
People that grew up
hyper-religious.
with
Not in a
unlimited
cult.
knowledge
Yeah.
forever, yeah, they're not gonna fucking believe in religion.
Yeah.
They're not gonna believe in God when they had Google at 5.
That's what's super weird is like spiritualism is something that it's like with wisdom. It's like, yeah, it's not information based. It's like almost like a
feeling.
deeper epiphany
It's
or realization
intuitive
about
based.
reality. Yeah. It's like to completely change your perspective, you have to have a fully formed one to begin with. But like when you're a kid, you're just fucking absorbing. So it's like as a kid, you can process this simple like face value information, but like as an adult, you're like, oh shit, there's so much that we don't understand. Maybe there is room for something. Like
We should just take all the screens from all the youngins
Something unknown.
when they get to like first grade.
yeah.
Take all their devices, make them drop acid every day for a year.
Yes, put the kids on acid.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
So we get like 11 from
Yeah.
Stranger Things.
I think that would solve
We
all
just gotta
of world's
find
problems.
the 11. Like we just gotta
Yeah.
keep giving these kids acid until one of them
Has psychic powers.
has telepathy.
Yeah.
Fuck, yeah, you're right.
We'll figure it out.
That would work too.
Yeah, sooner or later,
I think so.
something's gonna happen.
We would fuck up a lot of children, but like we're already doing that.
Opportunity cost. You know?
Yeah,
Like, it's-
exactly.
Return
price you gotta
ROI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NDA.
Yeah.
Wait, NFA.
Like,
NFA,
we could
NFA.
easily go through like
Give a bunch of kids ass.
we could go through 5,000 kids and ruin their whole life. But if one of them works,
Yeah.
if one of them has telepathic
We're
powers,
rich, baby.
We're good.
We got-
we're good.
We got money. We'll also just pay off all the
Yeah.
parents of the
Yeah.
kids that were
if
fucked up.
one of
Like
them
Michael
has
Jackson.
telepathy,
Yeah.
we could give
Oh my
all
God.
5,000 of those kids 90 grand a year for the rest of their life.
Oh
like
my
they're
God.
chilling.
Let's invent telepathy.
Yeah.
Acid and children.
Get a bunch of sheets of
Let's
acid.
go.
You need stem
We could do
cells, young malleable
Yeah,
minds,
so
and
we need
psychedelics.
a bunch
Yeah.
of liberal parents, a
Oh my
lot of
God.
acid.
We'll just
and
tell them that it's
we
a
need to move to Oregon.
it's
Like,
a
that's-
non-binary acceptance program. That's what
Yeah.
we'll tell them.
Damn, we.
And then we'll go to Seattle.
Good idea.
It's I. Well, no,
Figure
it's not.
out if your child is non-binary at 1/5 of the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
And
you
1/5 of the
you don't want to
cost.
wait until your kid goes through puberty to know if they're bi.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
Like,
Like-
still waiting on buying the baby clothes because you don't know what color to pick.
Dude, I made that joke the other night at fucking dinner too. They were talking about Baby Red and like
You said babies are non-binary.
no, I was just like,
How do you
Are you-
know what they're gonna
I was
assign
just
themselves
like,
yet?
yeah, that's what it was. It's like, don't assume Red's a boy
Yeah.
just because
Yeah.
the doctor told
Yeah,
you.
His
throw it
name's
out there.
Brett. He might change it to Jen.
Yeah.
Just because it's a boy on paper doesn't mean he's gonna come out like that.
Just because he has a dick on the ultrasound doesn't mean he can't tuck it.
Nah.
Dude, can we get a trans friend? Because I feel like people will hate us if we don't have a trans on the pod.
I'm down.
You think we can get one?
You just gotta dress up as Jules every week.
Dude, that's what's crazy is I could prove myself as an ally. Like, I will suck a dick on cam and be like, you think that I'm a homophobe?
Oh, bet.
Watch this.
You wanna fucking
Yeah, dude. I will
bet.
prove to the world that I'm not a homophobe.
Are we ready?
No. Not right now, dude. I'm like, I got reflux right now.
Just
I
gotta
haven't had
hydrate.
no
Oh yeah,
vodka.
no, you're
Right.
right. I don't want you to like. I don't want you to throw up on my dick.
That's so gross, bro. No.
We'll get you on like an empty belly.
No, this would be like...
No, yeah, you need carbohydrates. You need some
Oh,
starch.
get some bread in
Yeah,
there.
it's
little
like
bit of protein.
ibuprofen. You're not supposed to take it on an empty tummy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You gotta
my
take your nut with a little bit
one of
of
my old
calories.
nicknames
something in
was
your stomach.
bread,
Yeah.
so I can give you some bread.
Can't
One
just
of
go
your nicknames is
slob and
bread?
knob on
Bread,
zero.
yeah. I'll give you some fucking breadcrumbs.
You don't want my dude getting lightheaded and then he's low on oxygen too.
That's exactly what I want. Because then it's like he's
Damien wants you to
out.
pass out, bro.
Yeah. And then I can
Trying to get that.
go the
fuck,
speed
what's the
I want to
acronym for
go.
it?
Damn.
CNC. Just trying to get on that CNC, bro.
See, I want some CNC.
What is that?
Consensual non-consent.
Yeah, dude. You know the acronyms. Dan's
Yeah.
his girlfriend over
I
here.
be on that. I be on that. That kink Twitter.
Yo.
Sheesh.
Nah.
I know what
that's-
CNC is, man.
You be
I know what
whipping
it
and
is
shit?
technically. I didn't know the term.
No, I only know it because there was like one of those bait TikToks where
Yeah.
it was like, you know, just like alluding to the acronym and then like had to go to the comments to figure out what it meant. Just
I
like
know,
when they like blah 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 but blah 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 CNC.
I know a couple
It's like,
girls.
what the fuck is that?
I know a couple girls that have taken it there, and
Really?
it's like it throws me off. But like I'm
Yeah.
I'm a giver. So
yeah, then I
I'll
checked
play
the
role
comments
or whatever,
and there
but-
was like the
Damn.
first comment,
I
of
don't like
course.
it.
You are an empath.
Yeah, I'm an empath, so it's like I feel like I'm getting right
I
now.
could never.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't like that kind of sex, but I've been involved in it.
You don't like
Scary
it?
Consensual non-consent, where it's
Yeah,
like fucking
I'm good
smack
on
me
that.
and call me a
Yeah.
bitch. It's like I don't.
Yeah.
You're
Like,
a bitch.
the majority of it is
Yeah.
from
I'm a
when I
sweetheart, bro.
read
Like,
through
that's
the
it.
TikTok comments was like people wanting to be like really caught off guard.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
wake them up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Or like just while they're doing something, just
Yeah.
like start just fucking them.
I like
that's
that
what
to
they're
an
about.
extent. Like the have you
Doing
heard
the
of-
dishes.
What's it called? Yeah, free use. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, that's what it. Yeah,
I like that, but
For
it's
the
not
free base.
non-consensual. It's very consensual.
yeah. There's a line. Liberal Twitter is gonna fucking throw us to the wolves for saying that free use and CNC is in the same. You know.
Oh, really?
You can't compare it.
Dude, because I
There's a
told
lot
a
of
girl.
That's
one time-
actually how they sound.
Yeah,
they say,
they're gonna- stutter
They
a
just have
lot.
zero
There's
words.
a lot of saliva.
There's just a lot of.
Yeah.
I met a girl and I told her I was like, I kind of like free use, like the concept of it. Like,
Yeah.
Very casual.
Yeah,
Slip it
see,
in and we're
free,
chilling.
Free use I can fuck with, but the CNC, yeah, it's like
Yeah, I don't want
too
you to
much of an
pretend like
empath.
you hate
Yeah.
it. Like that. It's like, oh, you don't like me.
Yeah.
I want to feel cute.
Yeah. It's
Aw.
like, you don't think I'm pretty?
Dude, there's a story of like one of the dudes who we used to fucking just drink with, basically. But he was telling us a story of a girl, and she got so mad at him
Well,
for not beating her when they were having sex
yeah.
that she pissed on him.
It's a weird payback.
Like while they were fucking, like
Yeah.
pissed on them while they were fucking. That's what I
really
thought.
weird revenge.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
you can't really piss on someone in any format besides while fucking.
Yeah.
Unless you're just
the shower?
a psychopath.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
For the shower,
They're-
you're right. That's
yeah.
other,
Or the pool?
That's other except. Yeah,
Weird,
okay.
but
Fuck
less
you.
weird.
You want
It-
to add any more and discredit me?
Can you pee on things? maybe.
Because you're
maybe-
right. You're 3 for 3. All right. Let's just keep going.
I mean, the pool, though, it's like, are you peeing on somebody or are you just peeing into a vacuum?
It's weird, but you'll laugh it off.
If there's other people in the pool, I feel like you should feel guilty.
I do.
If there
you,
is like,
wait, okay, this is a good one.
that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I. If
You've
there's
never,
like,
are you not a pisser in
He
pools?
has.
no, I
He
have.
has.
I have.
Well, yeah, we all have.
But
Grudgingly.
if there's like multiple people in that pool, fuck. Now, don't
you're
get me wrong.
like you're going to a community pool at your
I'm
grandmother's
never-
condo. There's a
community
bunch of
pool out
people there.
pissing.
Okay.
Community pool out pissing because there's a bunch of people there.
It's a bunch
But
of
I'm saying,
fucking poor
but
if it's
minorities.
like a private, like it's like
Somebody's
shorty's
house.
grandma's pool,
At her house.
I'm not pissing in that pool.
Out of
That's
without a doubt.
respectable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's a community pool, I'll piss in that pool. For
Have you
sure.
heard this
But if it's
statistic?
What about the
private,
wave
nah.
pool? You pissing
The wave
in the
pool, I'm
wave
pissing
pool?
in the wave pool.
You
for
pissing
sure,
while
yeah.
you're going down the slide?
There's fucking
I have pissed down a slide.
300 people in the wave
That
pool.
one's
Yes, I'm
tight.
pissing. The wave pool tastes like cum and piss.
And
Like,
100,
it's-
100 people have pissed in there.
yeah.
Have
Without
you
a
heard
doubt.
the statistic? There's like a gallon of piss in like every pool.
It's not. I remember hearing the
Isn't that
stat
crazy?
on
It's
like
not that much.
how much chlorine the Kings Island wave pool uses, and was like, yeah, I can piss in that pool
Yeah,
Like,
no.
well,
it's-
that's they
can.
use that much chlorine because
because of how
Everybody
many people
pisses
piss in the pool.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
well,
it's obnoxious,
dude, I mean, for me at least, every piss that I have is like on average filling
First
up
thoughts.
one regular sized water bottle
Dude, a piss
on
of
average.
Mine, a piss of mine will probably fill up at 1.5 because I know from working.
Are you a kind of guy that likes to preempt the empty or preemptive empty, or are you like
I think
pushing it to the limits?
I think I have a big bladder, and like I think I've stretched it, and like I'll drink a lot of water and stuff, so I can hold on to a lot at any given moment.
But do you really wait? Do you really like wait for
I can push
it?
it for a long time if I want. Like I can hold my pee for.
I can't do that. I'm like, as soon as I feel it like remotely there, I'm like, I gotta do it.
Well, I told you I was a bedwetter growing up,
Same.
so it was like almost like a skill that I had to learn. It felt like.
I was a bedwetter, and it felt like I never learned the skill.
Yeah, that might. Yeah, it sucks, dude. You gotta practice.
Yeah, you're right.
You can ignore it.
Next
like,
time you got to piss, just hold it.
Just
when your body's
roll.
like
Keep holding it.
your body's like piss, you need to piss, and you're like, no, I don't.
Yeah,
It'll
just
go
say
away.
no.
Like you'll be in
Yeah,
pain for
well,
10
I mean,
minutes.
yeah,
and then
there's
it'll go away.
times where like you have to, you know, but
Yeah.
like I usually am just like, nah. It's like I view it as like, you know, you fill up your gas tank. Like I don't wait till my gas tank's on empty to fill it up.
So you don't wait till your tank's on full to empty it
Yeah,
with your piss. I mean,
exactly.
yeah,
For those that can't read a metaphor.
yeah, or like can't do the analogy math.
I have
Yeah.
no medical knowledge, but I think you're fine to just hold your piss more, for sure.
I think you can. I think
I
you'll
think
be okay.
yeah, I think I
You'll just stretch
can.
your bladder
I
after
think
a
you
while.
should just hold your piss all the time.
Yeah, you're right. I think I
that'll
should
help.
just never pee.
I've had to pee since I got here. If that means anything.
Yeah, I've had to pee for like 45 minutes.
And this is my second glass
Just
of
been
brown
holding
bag.
it. Yeah. Just finished my second drink. Like, man, I gotta pee. But
Do it.
Man, I gotta piss. Ooh.
Go sword
Ooh.
fight. I'll fucking sit here by
it's
myself.
okay. What are we at? I can wait.
Yeah, what are we at?
I can't read.
We're at the BrownBagBois studio.
I can't read that number. I'm not even
Whoa.
gonna try to look. My eyesight's trash.
We're a little over an hour.
Okay, that's good. I mean, we'll shoot for 2, clip some, maybe. Maybe shit. Haha, shit in our hands and throw it like a monkey.
Little monkey boy.
Dude, what's weird, I saw a video of a monkey throwing a water bottle, and it throws like a softball pitcher. It throws underhand. And I've heard it described that humans have really unique, like I obviously haven't seen any comparison until this point, but humans can obviously throw overhand, but we have very unique like back and shoulder muscles to allow us to do that. Like a monkey throws underhand.
Huh.
Kind of wild.
Yeah, I think it's because of baseball. We learned how to pitch the ball.
Yeah, like we invented baseball and we're like, this isn't fast enough.
I
We
feel
gotta
like it's-
pitch. We gotta go
Yeah, I
faster.
feel like it's
Yeah.
determining the. I mean, fucking.
I
think it's all
silly
arc.
goose thing.
Like
so silly.
overhand, you're arcing it downward with speed.
Yeah.
Well, upper hand, you're kind of giving it like a upward pitch with a back spin.
Well, you have to think it's like a leverage thing. So the length of your body, it'll go from your like say you're right-handed. The leverage on your throw is from your left foot to your right hand. So the more you extend that distance, the more like that's why lanky people throw good. Like tall people can fucking huck because they have really fucking long limbs. But like if you're throwing underhand, your leverage is now from your low hand and then your foot. So you're like
That's why all
half the distance.
That's
So
why all
half
the
the
best
leverage.
golfers are 6 foot
Yeah, tall people
because
are 100%
they
better.
have more leverage to be able to work with.
Good swimmers too.
Yeah, when you got that much height, you just got more surface area to work with.
Yeah, and some sports is detrimental, but like something like throwing, it's like
Yeah.
it's good for it.
Yeah, with golf it's huge as well because you literally have more inches on the grip to be able to choke down and up
And I'm pretty
and
sure
take yards off and alter your distances.
like a lot of animals don't have like the range of motion we have in our shoulders. Like we can put our hands straight up. Like I don't think a monkey can like do this. Like it
because
might be
their
able
shoulders.
to. Yeah, their shoulders are structured different than ours are. Maybe like a
Yeah.
monkey, but not like a
I
chimp.
feel like our shoulder blades has definitely done some shit because like doing this motion
Yeah.
for a monkey. Yeah, I feel like that's
We're like made to throw
that's
things.
just not correct.
Dude,
It's
I-
not.
When I
Maybe
was,
it's from
rotator
swinging
cuff.
hammers.
I think it's
Huh?
just evolution over time. Like we needed to eat food, and if you throw good, you eat food.
Yeah, we had to throw javelins at deer.
Yeah,
we stopped
Chuck
throwing
spears at
shit.
mammoths.
Started throwing spears.
Yeah.
You know, spears to shit or shit to spears.
Probably
I mean-
started with rocks, dude. Probably started with like.
Probably.
You ever seen
Yeah.
2001: A Space Odyssey? Like
Maybe that's what it was. Monkeys were still throwing fucking underhand and the goddamn missing links thrown overhand.
oh
Hitting
wasn't
their
the
targets
thumb.
more accurate.
It wasn't the thumb.
Nah,
No,
bro.
It was the overhand toss.
It was an overhand throw.
That's,
Yeah,
I mean,
for
there's
sure.
that's actually a huge respectable theory within like
You're
I don't know
telling
what
me
to call it,
that's
anthropology
that's a real theory?
Yeah, no, it's a real thing. Like that
Like-
our ability to throw is like completely coincided with our evolution into humans. It wasn't on accident. I already knew about this, but
Oh, so you were just guiding us towards something.
yeah, it was like it's like a pretty. I mean, there's so many things in human evolution that kind of all happened at the same time. I don't know that it was like that our shoulders evolved at the same time that our brains did per se, but I think that they 100% probably contributed to like excess resources, which means excess like growth, which would include brain growth. You know,
My brain's
switching
huge.
from like maybe a vegetarian or omnivorous diet to like carnivorous diet, because supposedly our ancestors, which I'm a Christian, I'm a God-fearing Christian, so I don't believe in evolution, but supposedly
we
were
didn't
like,
eat meat. Yeah.
yeah, we weren't like, we were like more monkey-like, like eating fucking bugs, or not necessarily completely
Insects,
vegetables,
berries,
but simple things, and then we switched to bigger prey, like fucking deer and mammoths and elk,
Yeah.
and fucking gazelles.
Fucking gazelles, man. Whoever came home with a gazelle, that's a champion.
God, bro, God's champ. God's a champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah,
He's also the champion of doing bad things because he's responsible for everything.
he is, and you know, in
Yellow.
a way, yeah. In a way, I mean, dude, if we're talking about God being great,
Mashallah.
man is man good or bad by nature?
I think
The
that's a
classic
flawed question.
the classic community debate episode.
Was that on an episode? Oh yeah, and then Jeff was saying that humans are like naturally opportunistic.
Yeah.
That was
I'd
his-
say bad.
And then like dude in the wheelchair like flung himself and Jeff caught him and he's like, man is good.
Somebody asked this question on like a poll on Instagram or whatever, like one of those surveys or whatever. Like I think that it literally, there is no good and bad, like just because of like my philosophy, and that we have like structures deciding what is societally
That's a good
acceptable and not.
Observation. Like if
We
what was your
pick what's good and
question?
bad.
How did you word that as well?
Is man good
or
or bad by
So
nature?
like I feel like you're right. The question is flawed in itself because good and bad is determined completely by time period.
Yeah, you go to a
First of
different
all.
culture, their good and bad
Yeah.
is different. So it's like they might, maybe humans were inherently good under this.
Yeah, but we
yeah,
can all
pretense.
agree for the most part. I would say most like civilized societies would agree that like greed to some degree is bad.
Yeah,
And obviously like murder is
Yeah.
probably bad.
I think that humans at large are social creatures that will follow rules and leadership, but will also like change and adapt it. So
I
it's
think,
like we were talking about, people aren't like a thing, we're like a process. It's like humanity and humans are a process of new beliefs. Like you could say that somebody's bad for not like respecting pronouns, you know? So it's like maybe in 200 years, like you would say, like,
Yeah.
oh, nobody's using pronouns, those are bad people, or like,
Yeah, my
Yeah,
argument
they're
there
good
is,
people,
like,
they're using my
nobody gave a
pronouns, but
fuck
nobody
about
cares.
you know good or bad isn't even in the argument of pronouns if food is in question.
oh yeah, no,
You know,
that's like
it's
a
like-
first world, like
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
you have to
yeah.
get really.
But that's what I
pampered
mean.
before
Like
you start.
good and bad is a term. Like that question isn't even it's not timeless. Let
Yeah.
alone like fucking. I don't know. I just know that like people
There's no real answer to
yeah,
it. It's
Adam
deeply
and
philosophical.
Eve. If you're gonna ask like decisions good or bad, like if it's to determine just survival, then any decision is good.
Yeah, like chopping
anything that's gonna be
your
good.
dog up and eating it is
Yeah.
good if it means that your kids
Exactly.
can survive.
Like if it was just two people and that was the only two people and they needed to fucking reproduce to create humanity.
yeah,
Then yeah, in 2020 would killing the dog so that you have food be bad? Yeah.
or like
But at that time period, no.
Like,
That'd be good. It'd be
ask-
like, yeah, kill dog.
God didn't make dogs yet, by the way.
Oh, is that
We
is
made
true.
dogs.
Yeah, flaw
Yeah.
in the system there.
Yeah.
Right.
dude, yeah, I guess it's like if you ask a fucking bear, like, is it wrong to eat babies? You'd be like, probably not. Like, are they mine? Like, no, it's not your babies.
Don't
You're
they, like-
I'll eat those motherfuckers.
Don't fucking grizzly bears like eat any cubs over 3?
yeah,
Like if
cubs,
they have more than 3 cubs, they just eat
cubs that
anyone
aren't their
after.
own, I think. And I think that also, just, yeah, any threat. Like, that's why a lot of, like, those animals specifically aren't pack animals. I think pack animals have a better system for like not eating their young, but it like literally still happens. Like even in birds and stuff like that,
yeah.
they'll be like, oh, this bird is a little bit skinnier. Here, baby bird, eat your brother. Like here's some calories for you.
What's funny is I just saw today was a feminist on Twitter talking about that.
About what?
About how like nature doesn't give a fuck about your
Nature's
emotions.
metal, bro.
Yeah.
Nature does not care about it.
And it's like it's funny because it's like we were nature, we just surpassed it.
Well, we needed rules, and like without those rules, we never would have surpassed it. So that includes, be like whatever.
That makes sense. Yeah, I see what you mean.
What's it called? Love thy neighbor. Like that rule
The
itself.
golden rule.
Yeah, do unto others as you do unto yourself. Like without that, society would be like a lot sloppier. Mm-hmm. And societies that don't operate under that, like Judeo-Christian value, arguably, like they have their own versions of it sometimes, or like they're kind of like in chaos.
Do you guys feel like we are in I saw some shit about it last week that was popping off on Twitter a lot. Do you guys feel like we're in a social recession?
Social recession?
Because
What
I
mean?
do.
And
like even myself, like I feel like even I'm in it.
Can you describe social recession?
Like just with the common man, like you feel less connected. Just like with your everyday interactions.
So
just
like
feeling less connected than what like was.
So like an isolation.
So I'll give you the example
Societal
today
isolation.
that made me like think about it again. Was I was going to the driving range to just hit some golf balls, and while I was walking out, there was like 3 old dudes that were talking like the whole fucking time I was there, just hanging out, just shooting the shit. And I had an AirPod in, listening to a podcast, and just like walking out, just like, hey, they of course like, hey, how's it going? Like, oh, good, and like trying to start conversation. They were like, how are they shooting? And just like with my AirPod in, just like wanting to keep doing me, I just like, same as every day.
Yeah.
And just like kept walking and like kept going. But I realized like, holy shit, if I wasn't so locked up in my own world right now and grew up when they grew up in the fucking 70s or 80s, whenever the fuck it was, I probably would have stood there for another 20, 30 minutes and just like engaged with them over nothing just because like I could tell they wanted it.
I think that is a generational gap, but I don't think that it's a generational gap along the lines of like social like what do you call that? I don't know, propensity to be social, like
like the dynamics that people go through.
Like because if you were
you think it's just so are you saying that it's just the person I am, or do you think it's like society?
I think it's context. I think that you being next to these old men, I think if they were young men presenting an environment to you to be social, then you would be. But they present a different environment. Like me and Funk and John, when we were at Perfect North, we were talking to the people on the like we were the social people, introducing other people. So it's like just because you weren't empowered by a social group at the time, like if he was by himself, he would also be in his own world. You think
different dynamics would change that? So you think if like I had you, we would talk to them?
Yes.
Well,
really?
Or maybe not talk to them, but we might talk to somebody that we would want to indoctrinate us or like accept into our
I think
group.
I think a lot of
so you think it was just the age gap that kept me from like
I think it was
maintaining in that conversation?
Not necessarily. I think it's a numbers thing.
Yeah. Like you're an outside party.
Because that's what I was going to say. I was going to say, I feel like even if they were like 23, 24, 25 type of shit,
I would
still would have
be
just
honest,
been like,
I would be less inclined to, like in this specific situation, I would be less inclined to interact with a group of guys that are around our age than I am a group of older people.
Yeah.
You think so? Even if like they came to you and were like
if they started it, like
if
they were
they
like,
kicked
hey,
it all
how'd you
off.
shoot? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it's like
Subjective.
it kind of depends
scenario.
on, I mean, it's also that whole, it's like, how did I shoot, right?
Yeah.
If I shot poorly and I was whacking and hacking, then I'm
I was
probably
whacking
not
and
gonna be
hacking.
trying to fucking talk to anybody.
But
if I like had a great day and I was hitting balls clean, I'd be willing to stay there and chat it up.
I mean, I was in a great mood. Like it was just the fact of like I didn't really feel disconnected. I just didn't think about it until I was like on the way home, and then I was like, holy shit! Like why didn't I partake in that a little bit?
I do think to some degree it could be an age group, but for me personally, like I talk to older guys on the mountain more, like on the ski lifts. I talk to
Definitely.
older guys on the ski lifts more than I talk to dudes our age.
Yeah.
Is
Dudes
that
our
because
age.
of them or because of you?
Might be a little bit of both, honestly.
Yeah, probably.
Like a little bit of them not feeding enough as well as you not biting enough.
Because I think that's what it is. Like, if
The
a young guy
variable
came
there.
at me with the right vibes, I'll fuck him. No,
Yeah.
I'll talk to
Well,
him.
no, but
Hey, maybe fuck him if you keep saying
Yeah,
the
if he's
right
got
things.
the-
Hey,
Yeah.
you
I
never
mean,
know.
there's plenty of people our age that I'll ride with that I will continue a conversation all the way up the mountain.
Yeah.
Yes, but it also, I mean, this is where it is potentially the age thing or generation thing where it's a lot easier to hold that conversation naturally through the whole ski lift ride with the older generation than it is our generation. Because a lot of times I am the person starting a conversation, and sometimes it feels like I'm pulling teeth with somebody our age to talk to them.
Yeah. I do think that, like, and this was not even like, my points weren't even like necessarily describing my opinion. I'm just like kind of trying to like narrow
Lay out the scenario.
It's like
Yeah.
more. It's definitely more complicated, obviously, than like generational. Like, old people
Yeah.
are more social than we
Yeah.
are. But
Yeah.
like,
I'm not
I
looking
think
for a yes
I
or no
100%
answer. I
know
know what you
exactly what you're talking about. Like, there is a fucking feeling in this younger generation, and maybe it like is literally just because we are young. Like, by definition, like, we're less comfortable. And that's like kind of the realization I was coming to. Is like, maybe it's literally just maturity. Like, your ability to connect and like feel other people is kind of defined by your experience and your time spent doing exactly that. So
Yeah.
it's like, if you were fucking 16, all you know is your classmates. So it's like, this isn't your classmate. Now it's unfamiliar territory. But like, if you're 40 years old, you're used to talking to strangers for your fucking job. So it's not scary to you.
Yeah. But also there are like 24-year-olds that talk to strangers for their job.
Yeah.
And so it's not scary to them. So
But like
it's,
me, I'm not really like, I'm
Yeah.
fucking goofy. I'm the same dude. Like, you could be 40 years old. Like, I'll find something to connect with you. I'm just like, I'm pretty extroverted in that sense.
yeah, and in a situation, either situation we're speaking on right now is kind of loaded anyways, because
Yeah.
like you're talking about being at a golf range where these guys are also here hitting balls. It's like, well, yeah, you could talk to them about golfing, and then like, it's like, yeah, you could talk to them about golfing, aka you already have this one thing that's common ground, and then
Yeah, it's
same
an
thing.
area for play.
Yeah.
Like, you're all playing.
And
Whoever's there
it's the
is
same
playing.
situation in snow sport. It was like, that's how it was for me when I moved to LA and went to school for music. It was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
if I went to school just to go to school, I'd had to like find a friend group.
Yeah.
But the fact that I went to school at a music school was like, well, everybody here makes music.
Yeah.
We
Like,
have
got
a
the same
common
niche
ground.
foundation.
Yeah, and so
to
like,
build from.
yes, there are going to be people that I'm going to end up being closer to than others just
Yeah.
based on personality. But it's like talking to all these people and talking to this person isn't weird, because like all I have to say is like, what you make recently, or like, what kind of music do you make? And then
Yeah.
it's like, then they start talking about themselves, and then that's how you become friends with everybody, is by getting people to fucking talk to you about themselves.
So I think maybe socialization is literally just like a filter of discrimination. Like, what boundaries are you discriminating on? Like, is it boy to girl? Like, I can relate. I always, as a child, had a lot easier time relating to females than I did men. But as a grown up, like, I have a little bit easier time relating to men. Like, it's completely contextual.
For sure. It is. I mean, it's super contextual, and
And I can still relate to women under certain like bases and things like that.
Yeah.
But like, I can't talk to you about like your period. I can't relate to it.
yeah.
And like, so it's like having these levels of familiarity. Like,
That was what I was gonna say earlier too, about the situation of me and like guys there that are around our age at the golf place.
Yeah.
And then I throw out did I hit good, whatever. Regardless of whether I hit good or not, I would probably judge whether or not I'm going to hold conversation with this group based on how they present themselves.
yeah.
Do they present themselves like they would be one of us? Or do they present themselves like they wear fucking boat shoes and a fucking button-up polo?
And drive a Porsche.
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm probably
vibe do
not
they
going
got?
to talk to that guy.
Yeah.
That's the whole like reason I asked the question though too. Honestly, was because I feel like even that insight is something that has come from the internet. that like we know now that other 24-year-olds, like when they were 24, they didn't like know shit like that.
Yeah, I
Like,
think
Yes,
they
and
weren't
yes
aware
and
that,
no
you know-
though. I
Yeah.
think it's based on like again, I'll say how somebody represents themselves, but I think that we all kind of make initial judgments when we see somebody new. And if I'm gonna stick on the ski lift example,
yeah, it's perfect.
it's easy to judge somebody based on what snowboard they
Their
have.
equipment.
Yeah,
without a
what
doubt.
color jacket do they have?
What race are they?
Yeah.
Like,
Can
and
you
that's
even-
Not, that's not
can
being
you
ironic.
even-
It's literally like,
It's true.
are you gonna like look at me a little uncomfortable, like because like you've been persecuted in the past by white people, so like you have
Yeah.
a hard time relating, or like vice versa.
And that's a good observation too, because that's definitely why they talk to me. Like I got fucking the new driver, new 3-wood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like all new looking irons, new bag. Like
you look like you
shooting-
cared.
Exactly. Yeah,
If you
yeah.
came
Like
there-
shot good the whole time I was on the range.
If it was me, I would dress like
Yeah.
some fucking '90s black kid.
Yeah,
and be like,
yeah,
what
and-
the
yeah.
fuck? And like
That's
talking like
yeah.
an
If I
idiot.
go to the range, I'll show up in a hoodie. I'll be fucking
I was wearing
loud
this.
and obnoxious the
Yeah.
whole time.
Yeah, same.
But I'll be using an old bag of my grandpa's clubs from the '90s.
yeah.
They're like, those guys might talk to me simply because of the bag, but they're
Yeah.
gonna talk to me in a different light than they
Yeah.
talk to you. They're gonna be like,
They're not
"Where'd
gonna-
you get that bag?" Not "How'd you hit today?"
They're not going to bond with you over your golfing ability. They're going to bond with you over your lack of golfing ability.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, it's a great question though. It is. It's kind
It's a
of
good question.
all contextual, you know, because it is like, well, I do think to a certain degree that the generation that we're in and the generation younger than us do struggle in social situations.
Yeah,
but
that's just what I thought. I didn't feel like I really struggled with it. I just felt disconnected from it.
yeah.
Like I felt like I wasn't really in their world. I felt like I was in my world, and they tried to pull me out, and then I just kind of
and you were reluctant.
yeah, and I just kept doing me,
Yeah.
and then I had the realization of like, oh shit, like am I part of this? Like am I part of this?
Definitely.
Social
And what I will
recession
say, I
that is
think
being
a
talked
lot
about.
of it is the stimuli. Like
Yeah.
what the days that I'm gonna keep bringing it back because it's easy for me. The days that I'm at the ski lift and I'm listening to music, I am not the guy on the lift that's gonna talk.
Exactly.
To you.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
But
I'm
if
locked
I'm
in.
sitting there,
Yeah.
fucking, it's stone cold silent, other than the racing thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Like my racing thoughts become this person sitting right next to me. We're sitting in silence. I have to say something. I have to say something. Do I like your, like, because
Yeah.
I can't stop it or can't help
Yeah,
it.
versus while me, I'm fucking got a CIA operative in my ear talking about like this shit going on with China.
Exactly.
And
If
it's
you
like,
don't have that guy chirping in your
yeah.
ear,
It's like,
and
oh, I
you're
don't
kind
really
of
wanna
like,
partake in this conversation about how I shot. Like,
Yeah.
shot good. Like, all right, dude,
But-
go on.
it's
kinda-
stimulus.
I have a little-
for me. I think.
I have a theory on this. I think what this is the excess information. So it's not that we are more or less social, it's that we're hyper conscious. So like in that there was no system of there was no accepted normality prior to like TV and cable. Like nobody knew what was normal. Like somebody in your town is a child molester, like autistic, weird fucking like he kidnaps people, but you just take your kid back. He's never hurt anybody. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that was normal.
The guy, I remember there was a guy on our street when I was younger. This is pre-internet. On
Yeah.
our street when I was younger, and he was like known to be like a weird guy
Little
who would
sus.
just like lure kids in with candy on Halloween. And it was always like, just don't go down his
I
driveway.
have a story about me evading a molester.
Yeah.
I'll wait till Halloween.
Oh,
It's it's literally just like, it was literally Halloween every year was just like, don't go down his driveway.
Yeah. And
It's
it's
fine.
just like
Is
he's
yours
there.
the fishing story, or is that somebody else?
Joe Rogan has a fishing story on almost getting molested. I know that.
Someone.
I almost got molested.
One of the homies
Halloween.
has a molesting fishing story,
Oh really?
and it's between two people. I'm not gonna name drop.
Yeah. Some dude tried to lure me into his house on Halloween, and I was like, "Your voice is weird. I'm not gonna
Damn.
do that." I was dressed up as Peter Criss from Kiss, like the drummer.
Wow. Yeah.
So I had like the makeup
Why the
on.
drummer?
I just thought he was cool, man, and I wanted to play the drums at the time. I played
Throwing
snare
the tongue
drum.
out a
True,
lot.
okay.
Just hitting the.
Yeah. I was Gene Simmons. My brother was Gene Simmons. I have the picture on my phone.
I was gonna ask that next.
Yeah,
Was it
yeah.
like the whole band around, or
Nah.
were you just
It
drumming?
was Gene Simmons and Peter Criss. But I go to this guy's house and he's like giving me candy. He's like, I have a picture of Peter Criss in my garage, and I was like cool pictures or whatever. Like he wanted to show me pictures, and it's like, I don't want
Yeah.
to see your fucking pictures, dude. And he had a really weird voice, and he had a weird vibe, and like as a kid, even I was like, this is weird. Wow. Yeah.
That's
and I just didn't,
interesting.
and it was like super
Perfect.
simple. It wasn't like heightened or like no adrenaline or anything. I was like, that's weird. I
Yeah.
should leave.
Had
And
some
then that
shit
was it.
like that as an adult with a chick we were working with that tried to get me and the machine operator man.
It's that non-consensual
inside the-
riz, bro.
It was like, is this fucking old lady with a super retarded daughter, and her husband died, and she had like his whole wardrobe in like her.
You
fucking
could have got down
garage
with
still.
the mom and dad and the mom and daughter.
Yeah, but she was like telling me and him how
The
like, oh
brazzers.
yeah, all of his clothes, like all of his shirts and pants are still in the garage.
It would
She's
look
like,
good on you.
Yeah, you want to come like try them on? Some of the shirts, I'm sure would fit you good.
Dude, if
Shit
I
like
was
that.
single, I am the type of guy to get myself into a troublesome situation like that.
But not like that. Nah.
Even if she's ugly, like I could
Was
see
she
myself.
like?
Yeah,
finding
Was
we're
she
myself-
like a
talking,
knife
like-
wielder? Like, what's
we're
worrisome about
talking
an old
like
woman?
goes to bingo on Sundays.
Oh,
Like,
you're
We're
talking.
talking.
Is she 300?
We're talking 250 and 75.
Oh, that 200
for
and up
sure.
club.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about
I
the
don't think you'd
retard
be in the
daughter?
same-
Was she bussing or
Busting.
bussing out the seams?
What's the ass like on that?
Busting
tar?
the jeans.
Yeah, bussing
for
out the
sure.
seams for sure.
Without a doubt.
She's spilling.
Yeah, not a. not
Imagine
a
being
visually
fat
pleasing
and
fan.
retarded.
Yeah.
That's beat.
That's
Dude,
most of them. Though.
Hold up. Can I?
That's-
Yeah, that's true.
It's something with like their digestive system. They're like
It's
they
also-
don't really have a metabolism.
Maybe that's why they're so strong. Is because they got a lot of
Maybe, dude.
I
Maybe.
think
weight
it's-
behind
Yeah.
it.
I think it's like a chimpanzee, bro. They just don't have that much brain surface area. But can I get back to my social theory?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're the one that derailed.
I did, bro. So we aren't necessarily less social. We are paralyzed by our social awareness. So like when you go into a situation, you're thinking about a million possibilities instead
Yeah.
of just experiencing.
That's
it.
what I was saying. Yeah, that's kind of the same plane of what me and Brady came to realization of, because it's like the
like
same
that.
thing.
That
of-
social recession is caused by having
Yeah.
too much.
It's
information.
overstimulus. It's literally overstimulus.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you just have too much information to work with.
Yeah.
So it just
it's like this guy could be a racist. He could be
Yeah.
a rapist. He could literally fucking be anything.
Yeah.
and
Instead
your
of
brain is
just
thinking that.
that's why I kind of
when it
brought the
shouldn't.
topic up, because like it face value, it's like, it depends on the situation. But I
Right.
feel like if you were to strip it down to like the bare bones and give it to the same situation to multiple people,
Yeah, if you're trying to understand some like generational trend.
yeah,
mean,
it'd
dude-
still be the same as like if they were listening to music or podcast and like people tried to interact with them, like they're just gonna not.
Yeah.
So I
One of
feel
the
like that is a
craziest things for
driving
me to,
factor
like, what, like,
recession.
This is in the same realm of like this thought process of like social recession. But like I've rode the train once and it was like deep into the night coming back from West Hollywood to North
So
Hollywood.
in LA.
So yeah, so it was like
the
not
L.
a great like example of this. So I've never really been a public transportation person. So that I'm just laying that out there.
I have a year of experience.
Okay. But my thing is, and I've heard older people or older generations talk about it. Back in the day, people would sit at the bus stop, and like you would be sitting at the bus stop, and like you would either be just like staring off into the distance in silence, or you would talk to this person that's also
Is it Levi?
How the
It
heck?
is Levi. Little doggy interruption.
a little
Little-
big crazy boy.
Canine difficulties.
But no, so you would either be at the bus stop staring off into space,
Yeah.
or you would talk to this person that's also at the bus stop waiting, and you'd be like, well, where are you going? Where are you
Yeah.
headed? Like, somebody might be going out of state to visit family, whatever.
Right.
Now, instead of sitting there in silence and then, like, ending up in a place where it's like, well, I could either sit in silence or I could talk to this random person. Let me just talk to this random person. Now it's like,
You have a
I either
resort-
sit in
you have a
silence,
fucking phone.
talk to this random person, or go to somewhere comfortable like my phone, my
Yeah.
group chats, my Instagrams, my Twitters.
I think on
And we choose that all day, any day, because
I
it's
think
easy.
on a
Yeah.
simple level, like social interaction at a what do you call it? A peripheral relationship or like a stranger relationship, like is not ultimately more rewarding than the stimulation of a phone. So
Yeah.
it's not more stimulating
Yeah.
most of the time. So it's
No.
like
I mean, we've taken years, if not fucking, 5-10 years,
Yeah.
developing our
It's like-
social media bubbles.
imagine if you showed up to that bus stop like in the 1970s, but everybody has their very favorite book. Like this is the book that everybody fucking loves, and they are so like they love this book, and they are just
Yeah.
dying to get the next story. And so it's like if everybody just had that book that they fucking love.
Yeah.
But instead it's just like a phone that shows you fucking
For sure.
thick bitches twerking.
And that's the thing too. The difference is like, I would not. Those books that you're talking about aren't picture books.
No,
So there's no fucking big booty Latinas
Yeah, there's no
to look at.
There's no thick fucking OnlyFans whore.
No.
There's no some chunky ass fucking Hollywood Hills fucking mansion having
No. None of them.
perfect.
It's just
pristine
text.
Skin.
It's text.
Yeah, it's fucking
You think I'm gonna beat off the text?
in there for.
Whoa, that's a cool concept. You guys think you could like beat off to like a transcripted like sex call or something?
I could have a mental image, kind of like drawn or like imagined on a book.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
so-
yeah, I think that if the author's good enough at like
Imagery.
imagery and like that kind of device.
Yeah. If I was blind, I have no idea.
Yeah, if you don't have any past recollection.
If I can't picture titties or ass, like even let me think of the last. I've never read anything like remotely sexual, so I like
Neither.
kind of don't know.
I
I've
don't
read
either.
books. I've like admittedly haven't read that many.
I've read books.
I have. I've read like maybe 5, like start to finish, which is not a lot at all. But I have.
my
done
goal
it.
my goal
None
for
of them are sexual.
2023 is to read 3 total books, which is terrible if
Yeah.
you're a book reader, because like most book readers' goals are like
Like one a month.
30. Yeah, like like one a month maybe, but a
Yeah.
lot of people that are like avid book readers that I know are like, I want 30 this year.
The problem is I'm always high, bro, and I can't read fucking. I can't read a
Yeah.
book when I'm high.
My thing is like I'll never read in the middle of the day, right? And so
Yeah,
like
yeah, true.
that's fucking out the
It is,
fucking window.
Like nighttime or morning.
It has to
behavior.
be morning, and if I miss it in the morning, I'm fucked.
My ADHD is too bad, man. Like I'll be like tapped in for like 6 pages, and then 7, 8, 9,
Yeah.
just completely in a different world.
I'll tell
thinking
you-
about 4, 5, 6.
Well, you're reading the wrong book.
That's
maybe.
what I was gonna say.
Really?
Like as far as ADHD goes, there are books. I'm sure, like in the history of books that have been written, there are books that you enjoy so much that your interest
You
will
can't
not be
stop.
lost.
And actually,
'Cause I've been there, but it's just hard to
actually
find.
with ADHD, like because I have it as well.
You're just chasing that
There's
dopamine, baby.
there are books that are gonna give you the opposite effect, to where it's like you're getting yelled at to come down for dinner while you're still trying to read the last page of a
Yeah,
chapter.
yeah.
You're like, I'm not
just
done
the
yet.
whole
I
time
can't
you're
stop.
getting yelled at. Yeah.
Dude, I remember being pissed that a flight was landing because I wanted to finish. I don't remember who the author was, but it's called like The Bravest Warrior. It's like a high school fucking book, but
Yeah.
nonetheless, it was like so profound and so like it was such a feel good book. Not even that everything was super positive, but just that it was like.
It was good for your insight.
Yeah, it was like divine knowledge. So
Yeah.
it was like I literally could not stop fucking reading this. And then everybody was like unloading the plane, and I was like trying to read like the last little section. And then you know what?
Yeah.
I read like maybe like almost to the last chapter, and then just didn't finish it because my brain was never like pick that book back up. Like I just was addicted
we don't need the
to it.
resolution.
Yeah, I was addicted to it for 2.5 hours, and then the last section, my brain was like, I don't even want that.
Well, but also there could be some like The Bravest Soldier. Is that what it was?
The Bravest Warrior.
The Bravest-
Bravest Warrior. I think. No. The Way of the Peaceful Warrior. I think. Is
The way. Oh, okay, that's a lot different.
Yeah.
The way.
I'm stupid. Forgive me.
The way of the peaceful warrior. But I do think there could be some sort of like you read it. You kind of got it. You got what you needed from it, and then you like
That was pretty much it. It was like,
instead of resolving the actual text, you chose to resolve it in your life.
Yeah.
And so then like it kind of left what that person said to then you use it in your own way rather than
Yeah.
like letting the author resolve it for you.
it was like I had pretty much already extrapolated my own value from it and didn't really need any more.
We do the same thing with
it was like
TV
I ate-
shows.
What'd you say?
I do the same thing with TV shows.
Yeah, it's like you eat
Yeah.
90% of your
Huh?
meal and just like, well, I don't really want the last little
Yeah,
bit.
I've got
throw a
like-
little bit to the dogs.
There's like 3 bites left. Who cares?
Yeah.
Got like 4 shows just this year that I've finished out multiple seasons up until the last like episode or 2.
I'm wondering if
Just
I've done
not
the
finished.
same.
That I
Breaking
can't
Bad.
say I would do the same. I would
I think
maybe
I have.
skip
I
out
know
on.
I have, but
I
did it with
skipped
Breaking
out on
Bad,
a whole
I did
season.
it with you. There's another one I'm thinking of, BoJack Horseman.
Oh, I did it with BoJack Horseman. I turned
Mandalorian
off, like,
season 2.
I was just watching my phone.
Man, dude, but that's like okay, that's a good example. I'm glad you said that. It was the same thing for me with Umbrella Academy. It was like the
Umbrella
first.
Academy. That was last year,
It was
but I
the
did the
first
same thing.
2 seasons. Loved them.
Yeah.
the new
The third season I didn't finish.
Dog shit.
Yeah.
Watched 2 episodes. I was like, fuck
Bro,
this.
exact same.
Yeah.
I watched the first and the second
'Cause it wasn't
episode,
good.
and
Let
then
me read
didn't
the
watch any more
reviews.
of
I bet
third
they say the
season.
same.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't good. It was
Yeah.
so fucking stupid. And then
Beating a
it,
dead horse.
yeah,
was
and
one of
it
those
like
things.
it was fucking
It was like they had such a good twist and storyline, and then they were like, "Let's twist you again."
Yeah.
It's like no,
and they had
no,
the new
no.
family because they fucked
Exactly.
up the timeline.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like
It's like,
now
no.
they're bickering and they're like supposed to be like
Yeah, like you can't start twisting shit up
was
again
so annoying.
after already. Like you got to build something up now.
That's
Like,
called
you can't-
it's from.
it's called fumbling the bag.
Yeah,
No,
that's
there's a-
exactly what they did.
There's a term in TV from Happy Days with the fawns. Hey, it's called
yeah.
jumping the shark because there was an
Yeah.
episode where the fawns they just ran out of shit to do on the episode, so he like on a jet ski, fucking or not a jet ski, but like water skis, like jumped a shark. So
Nice.
it's like you've heard that term, I'm sure. It's literally
I
because
have
of the
heard
episode
jump
of
the
Happy
shark,
Days. I
for
said
sure.
episode.
That is not my job.
Different show, good show. Drake and Josh.
Yeah, but
That was
they
the-
were trolling a fake show that was supposed
Yeah,
to be Happy Days.
Because the movie theater manager was an actress on
Yeah.
that old show. And her
Damn,
catchphrase was
Easter egg.
not my job.
Wow.
Yeah, man. But what I did that with Outliers, that book, a book called The Outliers.
I've heard that-
JJ
I've heard
gave
of
it
that
to
book.
me.
Yeah, yeah.
to
from
read.
JJ.
I was
That makes
just
sense.
told recently that like I should read that.
because we're all talking to JJ.
Yeah. That no, it actually wasn't JJ, but that's
Wow.
it. It was private Christian girls had to read it in school. Oh wow, it's right there.
I've heard the recommendation.
Read it.
Malcolm Gladwell. I've heard.
Read it.
Joe Rogan.
It's actually
recommend that.
good as fuck. It's a
Really?
great book. But I read it. There's probably my freaking fold, my corner fold's probably still there, right in the dead
It
center.
looked right in the middle.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Look at that. Literal dead center.
yeah
Nice.
pretty much rate 50-50.
Right there on
What page? is it?
chapter 6, page 161.
Go to the page before the glossary. See how close you are to the actual dead middle. Because what'd you say? 166.
300.
Damn, bro. So yeah.
Oh,
you're-
no. Hold on. Nope, I was wrong. This is notes.
I was gonna say you're damn near fucking 10-15 pages off.
Notes. Okay, the book
Hitting
ends
halfway,
on
you're done.
285.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you were like, 20 pages off middle.
285 from 161. I'm literally 3 pages off.
What is it? 265?
285.
285?
But I stopped at 161.
Oh, damn. Okay.
3
Yeah.
pages from
Wow.
the center. So literally at the halfway point of this book, I got it. I understood it. I realized what Malcolm Gladwell was saying.
Of course.
And he was saying that the outliers in most professions become outliers not through innate talent, but through time and sharpening tools.
Yeah, it's the graph. Like pretty much anything with it's something that I've really dialed in on when I was, I don't know, probably 2 years ago when I was like 22. But it's the graph of just endlessly just barely going up until it hits that exponential curve.
Yeah.
Like it's just nobody gets to that part where it starts to exponentially curve. Everybody drops out in the plateau.
For sure. Because on the plateau there are some dumps.
Exactly.
In
yeah.
regards to what? Because I
Just
I
anything.
just came back from the.
I was
PP
just
break.
talking about the outliers, and I like basically halfway through the book I quit reading it because I got what he was trying to say,
Just
and
the
what he
theme.
was saying was the outliers in specific niche markets, trades, whatever it may be,
Consistency beats that.
Oh, yeah.
they're not outliers because of some innate skill or talent that they were born with. It was because they spent years sharpening tools. And he's like one of the biggest proponents of the 10,000 rule.
Well, isn't he the one that wrote that book, Malcolm Gladwell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that guy because he had a commercial with Kevin Hart. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Oh well.
But I mean, he's like, it's the 10,000 hour rule where it's like, you know, and for me, I thought, it's funny because after I read this, I was like, in my head, I was like, I've done 10,000 hours, because I was thinking of like just music in general, right? And so if we're talking music in general, it's like, okay, well, I've spent X amount of hours playing guitar, X amount of hours playing bass, X amount of hours producing, X amount of hours sound designing, X amount of hours DJing, X amount of hours listening to music in order to know what to DJ. But then as I processed it more, I realized it was like, wait, 10,000 hour rule would be like I spent 10,000 hard hours playing guitar, 10,000 hours playing bass. And then it was like, I realized where I was like, oh.
It's way more fragmented than 10,000 hours, probably. Like, if you actually measured it out, it'd be like 2,000.
Yeah, for sure. It was like, oh, yeah, that's why I'm like, and not saying that that's the reason I'm not where I would maybe want to be in that regard, but it's like, it made me take a step back and realize, like, hey, you aren't ready.
Let me think, dude, because in reference, I have kind of like a small reference from video games, which like calculate your time spent. So let's say 8 hours a day, every day for 3 months. So 8 times 3 months, so 90, 720 hours. So if you spent 8 hours a day for 3 months, you'd only have 720 hours.
Yeah,
which I can apply to a couple video games. But like
the
when it comes to
10,000
music,
hours,
that's probably exactly where I'm at. In like the 5 years.
Yeah.
Let's see, how old am I? I started when I was 16. I'm 23.
8.
Yeah, so in the
8.
7. In the 7 years that I've been doing it, I probably have 720, like less than 1,000 hours in like that time.
For sure.
I know for a fact I have not spent.
But then it's like, well, what does that even mean? Are you looking to get 10,000 hours on mic?
Yeah.
Are you trying to get 10,000 hours writing?
Listening to music?
Like dissecting other people's flows?
Thinking before bed about like what rhythms feel good? Like
It's like, well,
a song stuck in my head? Like,
that's definitely where it becomes a little
obscure.
arbitrary.
Yeah.
But it's like, there is a specific, like, it's like, if you're, like, I'll use guitar, for example. It's like, I know that I have every single day practice guitar for 2 hours for X amount of time. I'm not going to get to 10,000 years until Y amount of time.
10,000 hours. I think the only thing that I can literally do that for is video games. I literally think I may or may not have 10,000 hours in video games.
Probably
so when it comes to like literally video game IQ, like if you put me in a random video game with anybody who has played 0 video games, I will win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's probably the only thing. Like that's probably the only thing. Maybe rapping, but because I have like maybe 1,000 hours in rapping.
Yeah, but
like,
now you're talking like, I guess.
And they might be better than me. Like
you're talking
off rip, but no
somebody
way.
who's never rapped before. Yeah.
Like the chances of somebody that's never rapped before rapping better than me on their first time is higher than somebody who's never played video games before playing video games than me on the first time.
More likely.
My video game IQ is higher than my musical IQ.
Yeah. For sure. It's definitely a weird thing, man. And because, like, also in music, it's like, well, is, like, the time spent learning about music marketing
is that count?
part of that? Like, what it actually is part of it? I don't know.
Yeah, it's all fucking, I guess fake boundaries.
It is. But there is, like, some realness to it.
Yeah,
where it was, like,
otherwise
one of the examples he uses in the book is the Beatles. And it was, like, the Beatles are a band who are, like, renowned as one of the greatest, if not the greatest band of all time in today's, like, pop music culture.
Yeah.
And they didn't just, you know, stumble upon a studio, make music together, and then become the Beatles. Right. They drove from Liverpool to Brussels, Belgium, every single night or like every weekend or some shit.
Yeah.
For like years straight. Performing 5 to 8 hour sets per night. And then every fucking time they were there.
They come back to Liverpool and everybody's like, what the fuck happened to the Beatles?
Yeah.
They got good as fuck.
Exactly. But it was like they spent literally night after night after night playing 5 to 8 hour sets. It's like you do that for a fucking year straight. You're inching in.
I feel that with music, but I have so much of an imposter syndrome. Like, even like the songs I show you today, like you guys were fucking with it, you guys liked it, but like when I listen to it, I'm so critical and so disconnected from what it is that I have no concept. I just have to accept it for what it is.
Listening to music that you created when you're listening to it, awesome. Most of the time. If it's something finished, let's say if it's a finished song, then we're going to assume you enjoy it because you finished it. Right. Because a lot of times I don't
put the energy in.
Yeah, I don't finish something if I think it's not worth finishing, right? So we're going to assume that we like it based on that fact, okay? But as soon as you throw one other person in the room, you listen to the exact same song, completely different song. Doesn't sound the same anymore.
No, it literally doesn't. And you're more receptive to like the parts where you fuck up.
Yeah.
And I felt that, and I've, you know, over the years showing people my music, I've learned to like. I've learned to like completely disassociate. When I turn on my music for other people to listen, like I'm not looking for a reaction. I'm not looking for literally anything because I've been let down. Yeah. Like it only took maybe 5 times, and then I like caught on like, oh dude, don't put your expectations on people like when you show them brand new art, because it's like a present. Like at Christmas time, like there's no right way to react. Yeah. So like have you ever gotten a Christmas present and you're like, should I act super excited? And like that thought crosses your mind. And it's like, no, I'm just gonna do how I feel.
For sure. I feel like that all the time.
Yeah,
to be
same,
honest.
same, yeah.
Like every time I get every time I get given a gift, I'm like, whoa. Well, no, but like that is in my mind where it's like I should be like.
Then you feel like a liar.
I should show my gratitude in a way, but then I don't want to become excessive, but then that's when you spiral where it's like, well, you're not being excessive, and it's like, well, what is excessive? And it's like,
so you have to like literally disassociate and be like, it doesn't fucking matter, like,
no,
just do you. So that's what I do when I play music for people.
Yeah. And a lot of the best gifts aren't the ones that you're like keen on right away. I think
giving gifts is kind of similar to creating art, because it's like a sense of vulnerability. It's like, here is from the softness of my heart, in which you can judge me.
Giving gifts way harder than getting gifts. Dude, when I give a gift, when I give somebody a gift,
go piss, bro. Go take that piss. Go take that piss.
Go take that piss. Go take that piss.
Yeah.
Go take that
Go take that
piss. Go take that piss. Go take that piss.
Yeah. You like piss.
I do love piss. It smells so good. Dude, I left that bottle of piss in my car overnight.
Did it turn brown, or is it too cold outside?
No, it was too cold. But I got out there and I was like, ew.
Is it ew?
It's some bullshit. But no, dude, giving gifts is way harder in my opinion. Because it's like, well, what if I fucked up? What if I give them like something they're not going to want? And then like they open it, and then it's like, well, based on their reaction, you can tell if it's like a fake reaction or a genuine reaction. And it's like, fuck.
I think it's harder to do, but they're different things. So giving a gift means you go to the store and you pick something up, and then you sit and you think about it, and then you give it to them. But getting a gift is you open a gift, here is your gift. So it's like a completely different process.
Yeah.
So I think it's harder in the sense that you spend more time like, oh, what does this mean to them? Are they going to hate it? Do I even like it? And then, but opening a gift to me is uncomfortable. Like, they're both uncomfortable. I don't like gifts. Yeah. All in all, I don't like gifts. giving them is a process and getting them is a process, but they're like two different time scales. Getting a gift is like super kind of quick, like, oh, thank you, and you have to like either play it up, because it's weird being like a real human being, I suppose. Like, you might be literally depressed on the day you get a gift. Like,
Yeah.
you might have had a shit morning and then you get a gift later in the day. It's not going to look the same. Like, your reaction's not going to look the same.
For sure.
It's weird.
No, I do agree. I mean, there is definitely a certain like, like, I don't know, like there's like a certain feeling of getting a gift where it's like more it's like a momentary reaction versus the giving of a gift, which is like a drawn out, yeah,
secretive,
like, you're
semi-secretive.
like, is this right? Like, I don't know. Are they gonna like it?
Could I have done better?
Yeah, but it's also that, I mean, but that's where, to draw back to the original analogy, I think that giving a gift is more like showing somebody a song than getting a gift is.
Oh yeah.
I think giving a gift to somebody or like showing a song to somebody is like, you've finished this song or finished the song to this point.
Yeah.
Whether it's finished or not, that's a other discussion, because like, what is finished? Finished song is like whenever you want to be done working on it. But you finish this song and then you sit there and then you're like, I think this is done. You listen back, you listen back, you listen back. You're like, well, it sounds done to me. And then you show a friend, and then it's like, however, like that friend could then be like, I like it, I love this. And they're like, that's your girlfriend loving the gift you got them for their birthday.
Yeah.
But then they could also just like, you know, not give a shit, pull out their phone, not listen, like fake bop their head, whatever it may be. And then that's also like the giving of a gift that is like the fake, like, oh, thanks, kind of like fakey, kind of like you don't actually want the gift you just got.
Yeah.
But you're going to act like you liked it because you don't want to make the person that gave it feel bad.
Maybe this means I have trust issues, but I almost never gauge what people literally say to my face on face value. You know what I mean? I literally think that there's always some kind of ulterior or underlying, like, motive. That's not a great way to describe it, ulterior motive, but like there's an independent influence that is like driving this person that I kind of can't predict. You know what I mean? So like when somebody receives a gift from me and they don't have a grand reaction, and this is probably for most people probably feel the same way, and that like I have little expectations on how you react because I don't know where you are. Like, I don't know what you feel right now.
Yeah.
Maybe some people don't even think about it like so deeply, and then they're
I
like,
don't think many do.
You didn't even go crazy when I gave you your present. You didn't even fucking come everywhere.
No, I think you would be surprised how many people are actually like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I also talked to Dan about this. I have a problem of assuming that everybody thinks about the world like me because it's
That's autism.
It is a symptom of autism.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Because I literally have no other frame of reference besides data points of other people and myself. That's what it is. It's like,
that's a legitimate feeling, though. I feel the same way too. Like, I grew up thinking I was the best ever because, like, in my head I was.
And I'm sure you heard it a lot. People weren't feeding your ego. You just turned out like this by yourself.
I mean, to be honest with you, like, no, yeah, like,
that's crazy.
My dad would just shit on me all the time. Like, if we're talking about, like, my childhood was mostly sports.
Well,
right?
I would consider that like a counter. Like, I think that an inverse influence.
Yeah.
With the, invitation of spite is therefore as much an influence.
But he certainly wasn't feeding any ego. He was building an ego by destroying it.
Inadvertently, yeah.
Yeah.
You were combating his force of negativity
Yes.
with hyperinflation.
Where it was like, yeah, it would be like he'd scream at me because I fucking struck out in baseball.
and you have your wiener
And
out
then
in public.
I would fucking scream at him and tell him to fuck off when I was like in 5th grade.
I would have loved to see that as somebody else on your baseball team who gets along with their mom, kinda like to see you screaming and be like, "You see them over there?" That's what I would say to my mom. She'd be like, "Yeah, they're crazy,"
Yeah.
and then she would hit me.
We still lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, man. To be honest, I really didn't. Like, I don't recall a time where I felt like somebody was feeding an ego of mine until maybe high school.
That's when it happened for me. Everybody
In
started pumping my
sports,
ego for no reason.
when I actually got
Dudes
good.
chilling in a room.